6, 7. And exhale completely through your mouth. Make a whoosh sound and count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do this cycle 3 more times. Learn more at healvets.org. This message is furnished by Help Heal Veterans.
Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Zane on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. It's time to get your day started. Live from the Family Leisure Studios, here are Pete and Zane.
It's Labor Day! Everybody out there in labor, good luck to you.
In labor.
That sounds like that could be bars. My girl in labor on Labor Day.
Yeah.
Something to think about. We're
You
big on the pregnant
You realize we're probably
community,
talking to absolutely nobody right now.
I mean, we're talking to each other, saying that's the important thing.
I guess. But that is facts. We're probably talking to absolutely no one.
No, I don't think that's true. I think that there's at least a few dozen people listening.
If you're listening to the show,
I think it numbers.
Please, if
I think it numbers into the tens and 20s possibly.
I'm literally begging. If you're listening to the show, text in on the AutoZone phone line 901-360-8255. If any time I beg you to do something, just to prove a point, please, if you're listening to the show, text in 901-360-8255. I guarantee you we don't get 10 people in the next 5 minutes to text in.
You are the Black George Lapidus, because this is something that George Lapidus would do.
Oh, definitely.
Except he would do it on the phone. He would do it on the phone.
Tell people to call it. No, I'm not going to bother you like that.
Yeah. No, it was always the word. It was always the most like. I tried to explain to him. It really doesn't really. He would always have these like polls. He'd be like, okay, now if you think that Ole Miss is going to win tonight, call in for the next 1 minute. And whoever's on the other side would have to count the calls. And, like, there's no way to know, like, I mean, people hang up. Like, it doesn't – there's not a – Zach can tell you that doesn't even make any sense. Like, the things will blink, and, like, that might be indicative of a call. It might be somebody else who hung up, but the call still part of the – it just doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. But he just loved to do it. And so he would just do it all the time. And so again, I've never said this before. So this is just between me and you and Zach.
Oh, yeah, you have said this before. You made this confession before.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, I didn't think I had. I literally just make numbers up.
Yeah, I know. You told us.
Whatever number I feel like making, just like, okay. So
I'm surprised to hear that,
yeah,
Peter. I would have thought for sure that more people would have.
I would have thought it would have been more than that.
Sorry, George. Hey, sorry.
No, that's what the number said, George. I don't know. That's just what it said. That's the. This is a scientific poll.
How could you?
I know.
How could you be
everybody out there?
I haven't gotten my computer up yet, so I don't know what people are. So you have to tell me.
I haven't even opened it up yet. But I'm about to.
Do you want to hear my adventures in how trash I am as a man? Do you want to hear that?
No way. I want to see what we got here. I want to see how many people are just sending this text in right here.
It ain't gonna be 10.
No. We got a good morning. We got one right here. Good morning. So from Southwest Florida, go Tigers. Go.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably, what
Rob
time
Fisher
is it
needs
there?
to stick with basketball.
What time is it there? 8 o'clock?
No, it's good. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock. Yeah,
okay.
That's fine. Hey, they're listening. Hey, I don't care. They're listening.
Give me 10.
Rob Fisher needs to stick with basketball. His 3 guarantees: Arizona over BYU, Ohio over Syracuse, Jackson State.
Oh, yeah.
UAB,
People lost money on the
lost.
weekend.
That's
so some
a
of
good
these
point.
people getting up early to
Yeah.
listen to Rob lost people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll have to remind Rob of that on Wednesday. Hey, a texter, make sure you because send us your name so we can put you in the send us your names in, texters, especially those of you that are with us right now. You guys are the loyal ones. We really appreciate you. Send us your name so that we know what to call you when you. I don't want to just be like texter, texter this, texter that. We like to do on a first name basis on the program. So go ahead and send that in for us. 360-8255 on the AutoZone text line. Let us know if you are listening. We're doing a very, very, very unscientific poll here to make sure that you're out there because if you guys aren't out there, then what are we?
And the poor monitor for the social sites streams that's not even on. So many people in bed.
So we got no chats. So what you're saying is we got no chat?
No chat on the streams, no.
Well, but are the streams up and running?
Yes.
I'd assume they're.
Yeah. We got about 4 people looking on the chat.
Bro, give me.
We got about
Your
4
screen,
people. We got 4 people.
like
Oh.
your TV screen is not on.
Yeah, I know.
So that's why.
4 people are watching us stream. 4 people. Yeah. This is good stuff right here. Keep that text coming at 360-8255. Let's see if we can get up to 5 people listening to the program. That would be fantastic. There's nothing like that Labor Day edition of the program.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the one time when the morning show, it's tough because folks aren't listening in the morning. Steve in Memphis is listening, says Steve in Memphis. Good morning, guys, from Sir Paul at Pepsi. Shout out Pepsi. I like Pepsi's products. I want to give a shout out to Pepsi. I enjoy Pepsi. Some people dog out Pepsi. My wife really does not like Pepsi at all. But I stand proud, and I enjoy a good Pepsi every now and then.
Mountain Dew is Pepsi too, right?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I think so.
Send me a case of Sierra Mist.
You enjoy a good Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Sierra Mist that's Coke. Sierra Mist is Coke. Yeah, Sierra Mist is Coke. So
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You've offended Sir Paul.
No, it's not. Sierra Mist is Pepsi.
Is Pepsi, bro.
Sprite is Coke.
What?
I know that for a fact.
Either that or they're an independent baller, but they're not Coke.
Okay, I tell you what. Never mind. You know what? Sierra Mist is Pepsi. Good.
Yeah.
You've redeemed yourself.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
And I've offended Sir Paul. I'm so sorry. Gary from Rotunda, West Florida. Gary sends us a beautiful picture of beautiful what appears to be a collapsed bridge. I guess that's not good. That doesn't look like a good picture at all. I don't know what that is.
I hop on
nice.
my computer and the Zoom tells me to update. So it's just one of those Mondays. Everybody's off. The computer's off.
Clay says, "Thanks for being on for the real ones. Y'all different." Thank you, Clay. Appreciate it.
We hit different, man.
We are different. We do. We do hit different. That's you're exactly right about that. Thank you, Clay.
It's the waking up on Labor Day.
You're exactly right.
For me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the waking up on Labor Day for me, man.
Man, Gary from West Florida. Gary, thank you. Everyone waking up. You okay? You guys out there? Did you have a good Labor Day?
Who?
You.
I got to tell you about my weekend to tell you. Labor Day is today, bro. What do you mean, did I have a good Labor Day? No, because I'm up here at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Did you have a good Labor Day weekend? Did you have a good Labor Day weekend?
Yeah, I mean, no. Yes and no. Yes and no, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
It had highs and lows.
Well, what's the problem?
You want to hear my story?
Don't get angry. Listen, don't get angry with me. Don't get angry
I'm
with
not
me
angry at all,
because
bro.
you're
You
up
just
here,
asking
okay?
weird questions. How was your Labor Day? It's Labor Day. It's been Labor Day for 11 minutes. What are you talking
You
about?
sound like I don't know. I got to talk to you about something.
Well, ask me how was my
None
weekend.
of
Don't
us
ask me
have
how
been
was
out
my
here.
Labor Day, bro.
I hear my voice. I hear my voice all in the echo. Something's
Man,
going on
who
in
you
the
saying?
echo. It's very loud.
Zach.
I know. Something's
Nah.
happening with the
Me and Zach got the same
Zach's
shirt
got
on.
something jacked up. My God, it's unbelievable.
Nah, I double checked the board. Everything's good.
All right, fine. All right. So anyway, tell me your story then.
All right, man.
Since you don't like any of my questions or whatever, just tell me your story.
Because your questions don't make sense. How you going to ask me how was my Labor Day 11 minutes into Labor Day?
How is it? Is it good or not?
It's good. It's always good.
How's your Labor? It's what do you mean 11 days? 7 hours and 12 minutes into your Labor Day. You could have all kinds of
I
crazy
don't know when
stuff
your
happen.
day started.
I don't know.
My day didn't start no 12 hours ago. And plus, it wasn't Labor Day. It was Labor Day 7 hours ago. Well, whatever, man. I've been up since then too. But anyway.
Exactly. Thank you.
So I go to pick up Gabe from school Friday, right? So I left a little early, calling myself leaving to grab some food before I pick him up. Because I don't want the stuff that Gabe wants. And I pick him up from school. So I was going to pre-eat so I could eat before I pick him up. So I leave early. I started hearing something while I'm driving. Flat tire. So let me take you back to Thursday. I had a tire that was low. So I took it to a place to get looked at. And they put a plug in my tire. So you know the type of place that I went to. I didn't go to your Firestones. I didn't go to your Goodyears. If they put a plug in, you know you went to some place literally under a tree. And I've been faithful to those places for decades, you know. So Friday went to go get – no, this was Thursday. No, it was Friday. Friday I went to go get no, I'm wrong. It was Thursday. It was Thursday because it was Taekwondo day. So I went to Wednesday. I got a plug put in my tire. Thursday, that same tire went flat. So when I went to go get the plug put in, the guy was like, "Hey man, your lug nut is stripped, and I don't know if I can get it off." I said, "Well, can you try again?" He said, "I'll try it." So he tried. He got it off. All right. So he puts it back on. Everything's good. So Friday, flat tire. Thursday, flat tire. I wasn't far from my house, so I was right by the Firestone on Madison. Actually, I went to another place. What's the other one? Goodyear? That's on Union? Something like that. And they were like, "Man, we can't do nothing but put air in there because we about to close. We can't do nothing but give you some air because we about to close down." Like, all right, bet. So he put the air in, and it was way flatter than I thought it was. I thought I had a slow leak, but nah, this was a whole like gash in it probably. So I finagled my way to the Firestone around the corner on 3 tires. Get there, Firestone's like, "Hey, we can help you, but we won't have an opening to help you until Friday, maybe Saturday." And this is Thursday. So my brain wasn't registering what he was saying. So I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you can't look at my car until tomorrow, maybe Saturday, and I just need to get a tire changed? So I was like, all right. I said, well, I'm going to park my car in your lot. I'm going to call one of my buddies. We're going to change this tire, and I'll be out of you guys' way. Right? So
right.
I call up Cam Rose, co-host of the Outsiders podcast. He shows up because I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no jack. You know, you let people borrow stuff, you never get it back. I ain't got no jack. I ain't got no donut. I ain't got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So Cam comes. He jacks me up. He's like, "Yeah, you can use my donut. You got 5 lugs. I got 5 lugs. We'll be all right." So we're taking lug nuts off. I get to the one that was stripped the day before. No, it was 2 that was stripped, right? But it was one major one that was stripped. Couldn't get it off. So I said, we went and bought some tool that they said I can go buy at your local AutoZone. I buy the tool. The tool don't work. I said, "Man, screw this. Give me the 4-way again, the jack. The whatever, the wrench." I called on the gods of South Memphis to help me to get this lug nut off. I got one of them off, and then the one that was stripped, I got it to turn. That's all. It's coming off, so I'm turning it. I said, "Oh, here it comes. End of the day now. Here it comes. I'm turning. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes." I kept turning. It wouldn't come off, Peter. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
I felt like the gods of South Memphis had denied me. So I left my car at this Firestone. The guy
stripped.
The guy was like, "Yeah, come tomorrow." It's the guy. He's got a thing. He can get it off. I said, "All right, bet." So I left my car there. Came back tomorrow. Came back Friday. They couldn't help me. The guy is out there. The guy with the tools out there. He said, "But we can get you in. We can just put you in the lineup to go ahead and actually do official work on your car." I was like, "All right, bet." But it probably won't be until Saturday. We're talking about changing a tire, bro. Changing a tire. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I had plans to go to Nashville Sunday, right? My daughter's there. And I keep saying Nashville. Go to Murfreesboro Sunday. That was my plan. Me and Sabrina go watch every comic book movie. No comic book movie has came out while she's been in school because of the pandemic. This would have been the first one. Shang-Chi would have been the first one that came out since the pandemic, since she's been away in college. The other one, Black Widow, she was in town. So I made a pledge to her. I said, Sabrina, what we'll do to keep our tradition alive is I'll plan my visits to come see you around when those movies come out, so we can just go to the movies. So I had this nice daddy-daughter weekend planned for me and Sabrina on yesterday. Mm-hmm. We had a family reunion Sunday. I wasn't going to go. I was going to go be with Sabrina. But when this stuff started going on in my car, I said, man, I probably just need to leave my car and not do that. Like, even if I get it fixed, I don't think I need to do that. So I made plans to go to the family reunion with my brother. All right, let me hurry up and get y'all out of the story because we got much more to talk about. But we always open up the show talking about personal stuff. So long story short, shout out to the people at Firestone, Michael Longoria, Johnny Young. Appreciate y'all. So I went to my brother's house, and long story short, my radiator fan was running after I cut the car off. And I was like, okay, that's not normal, but I saw I needed coolant, so I put coolant in there, drove to my brother's house. I said, when I get back, it'll be fine. Yeah. I get back, the car's not running, won't start, battery's dead. It's basically a simple fuse I had to switch out, all right? So check this out. Here's the gist of the story, Peter. If my tire hadn't given me a nightmare over the weekend, I would have been in Nashville stuck, like not knowing what to do. Shout out to the Holy Ghost. Shout out to God. But yeah, like I'm simply like, oh, this is crazy. Like it shouldn't take this long. Like, man, I just keep making the wrong decision. I should have just put it in that system Thursday. I would have had my car Friday, probably. You know what I mean? But I was trying to do stuff on my own. But because I did that, if my car was ready Thursday or Friday, I would have drove to Nashville Sunday, and I'd probably been stuck in Nashville going crazy. Like, what's wrong with my car? Mm-hmm. But God, check it out.
That's right.
And then
That's
some
beautiful.
dude like put paws on somebody at the Tiger football game, and girls were twerking.
Yeah, I saw that. That was still
What a
was
weekend.
kind of a I don't know. It was that fight wasn't that.
That fight was fire. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it was.
you the dude.
Maybe I got spoiled by the one out in L.A. I want
Bro,
it was
fam
everyone
versus
involved.
like 10 dudes, and like they were swinging on him. The punches were like rolling right out.
Oh, you're talking about the one. They're talking about the one where my man went over the seat right out of the gate, and
The
or
Tiger
was it the
football
one on the
game.
bottom where they're like on the bottom?
The Tiger football game, bro.
Confused with another
The black dude with the dreads looked like
I saw two different fights.
John Moran was in
did
there
too.
swinging.
Wait, I got it. Wait, let me find this one because I think I got it confused with a different one. I saw one where
There
a guy
were
went
two
over
fights
the
in the Tiger
seats.
game?
No, that was
Yeah. Well, that was
No,
that
this
was
was
an altercation.
Well, I think there were two fights in the Tiger game, but I'm talking about there was another fight that I'm thinking of. That's that was different. And,
But fam was fighting like all
it was
all dudes. Like, it was like 5 or 6
Yeah.
dudes, and like he was putting hands on all of them. Shout out to that dude, man. Man had the dreads freshly braided down. I'm like, oh, he finna put hands on somebody. Was that like in the student section or something?
I think it was close to it because they were right behind the
Man,
goal
dude
post.
put some grown man hands. Them hands were not in training.
Oh man, like
You heard the one that sounded. I said, God, no, man, Sprung on dude. I just said,
man, you know,
then you know you leaked somebody. Their blood is on your back, bro.
dog,
You know you leaked that man.
dog. I was cringing up when I saw it. I was like,
He
oh
hit
my
that man
god.
with a dragon punch.
I said, oh my god.
He hit that man with a sword. Okay. The blood, like he threw his shoulder into it. Got on his.
Oh.
Oh man, he hit him.
Oh, he hit him squared. Like it just.
That man went down like, ooh. Everybody was like, ooh.
It's like,
Oh yeah, they was scrapping. For
why
real.
can't we all get along, man?
And there are other things about that fight that I won't talk about. It's not to offend anyone, but there was some hands getting thrown in that joint. For sure.
Oh man, that was. It was 1v5, man.
He took all them bombs out.
It was 1v
Shout out to
1v5.
Shout out to that man.
Hey man.
Hey, but props to the people at Firestone. You'll never see me again. Hopefully. I don't believe in actual legit like dealership type mechanics like that. So
Why? Why don't you believe?
I take him to
Why don't you
little Tony in there.
Huh? I mean, listen.
Cause man, you'll go to a
Little
place
Tony
like
gotta do his thing too.
you'll go to those places to get like an alignment done. They trying to sell you 4 tires and like, man, look, man, just give me a freaking alignment. Then you go, Lil Tony, and them like, oh man, you good, man? I got you, man. You go, Lil Tony, go and get you right, man. Man, you got $1,000 trying to get on alignment.
All I gotta do is just turn this knob
Yeah,
in, man. We good go, man. We good go.
Man, Lil Tony put you on there, man. 4 different side tires on your car, get you in alignment. 4 different brands out there. Oh, we can't do it unless you got 4 new tires on there, man. Like what? Can't give me an oil change?
Yeah, there's definitely an upsell situation that's going on. Now you just gotta keep your head on the swivel on that one. You gotta just be like, look, no, I just need this.
But I'm telling you, if you
That's all I
legit,
need.
the guys on the Firestone on Madison is a legit place to go, man. I'm talking about they took care of me. Now they shorthand because everybody's shorthand. But man, I'm talking about they did for somebody that wasn't even there for a service. They took care of me, bro. You know what I mean? I came like, hey, I'm gonna be just like hood rigging my car up on y'all parking lot while y'all conduct the business. Like they still treated me like customer that was getting full whatever done. It was fire. Like they really were nice too. Shout out to them dudes.
That's what it's all about right there, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there. That's how it works. You know, people take care of people, man. Come on.
And then Tiger football just got.
Well, I mean, it's
got what's his name? Tom Brady Jr. out there.
Seth Hennigan looking spectacular, incredible. He just put Grant Gunnell. Sorry, Grant Gunnell.
Grant is
I know
over.
you were hurt.
You got Drew
Too bad,
Bledsoe.
buddy.
You just got Drew Bledsoe,
done.
man.
You're out. You're out. You are out.
You
man.
out.
You're
You
done.
out.
That's it. Forget about it.
Hope the Lord heals you.
Forget about it.
Hope he blesses your heart and all your parts.
Seth Hennigan. Incredible.
Oh yeah.
There were fights all over the place, man. There were Memphis fight. There was a fight in the Memphis game. There was a fight. Tennessee had a fight. Virginia Tech had a fight. There was a fight at a couple baseball games over the way. Like, what's going on? Is this the Ghostbusters 2 when the ooze comes under? Everybody starts fighting each other. We got to deal with the ooze now. In addition to everything else, this is y'all quit fighting each other.
Man, the water hit
Just
different.
watch a game.
The
Just
water
watch
hit,
the damn game.
Right.
The water hit different on Labor Day weekend, man. Like you got an extra day to clown. What? Come on, man.
Hey, bro, look at this. What this Texas said here, man.
Yeah, no, I'm about to send this man to the ether.
Man, what? Man, people so dumb.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, I wonder was the fact that it was one black dude who whooped like 8 white boys. Is that what triggered this man to say what he just said? Because I'm not gonna read his text. Because whatever.
Could be. It could be.
My boy was fighting for freedom. Like he was fighting for freedom and enjoying freedom.
Man.
Looked like a scene from Django for sure. He was putting hands on dudes.
Everybody getting this work, man. I don't care who you are.
That man was putting hands on that dude.
You getting this work.
Oh.
Friend or foe, you getting this work.
It's crazy though because this guy's doing all this rambling, talking about Memphis and all that. Why don't you ever hear people talking about thugs in hockey and they fight every game?
All the time.
Never heard anybody call those dudes thugs or any of it. But they're literally fighting every game.
And they allow it to happen. Like, they allow it to happen. It's just 1v1.
Hey, sometimes there are reasons at football games
You preach
where
it.
you need to put hands on people.
You preach it to the choir here, but you preach it to the choir, man. You preach it to the choir on this one. It's just that's been saying that for years. I mean, basketball you can't even fight. You know, they try to if there's an attempted semi sort of fight in an NBA game or something, then everyone I can't believe it. Let's
this same dude was
thugging out here. This is unbelievable. But then, like in hockey, they'll stop the thing to let people just swing on each other for a while. This is absurd. So no, not a fan of that.
Yeah, but it was a good win for Memphis, though.
Yeah, something to think about there. It was. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the win. We'll talk about a crazy game last night with Brian Kelly finishing strong by putting his foot in his mouth and acting like an idiot. We'll talk about that. That was kind of fun. We'll get into some of that over the weekend. Man, what a terrible game between Georgia and Clemson. And Clemson really proving, if nothing else, proving that Alabama is phenomenal because it ain't that easy just to keep reloading. And you saw what happens when other teams try it. It doesn't always go as smoothly as Alabama makes it look. Oh, by the way, Alabama just punked out another top 15 team and made them look silly.
Nothing.
So we'll talk about that. Plus, Zach, we'll probably just have to reboot the old system during the break. Why don't you reboot on your end, and we'll see if we can get that figured out on the Labor Day. Wow, we're working. Well, you're not. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Sports Time with Wallo and Stacks. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest, and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better, they've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you.
Case IH is a proud supporter of the Mississippi Farm Bureau, and thanks to a membership benefits partnership, Mississippi Farm Bureau members receive a discount of up to $500 on every qualifying Case IH tractor and piece of equipment you purchase. This discount may be used with other promotions, rebates, or offers. So join Mid-South Ag Equipment and the Mississippi Farm Bureau and pocket up to $500 in savings. Call Mid-South Ag at 662-890-3141 to get your discount today.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
At Napa, the more Valvoline products you buy, the more you save. It's like the quantum physics of deals. It doesn't really make sense, but somehow it works. Save $10 when you spend $40, $15 on 60, or $20 on 80. So no matter what multiverse you're living in, you'll be saving money. Quality parts, helpful people, that's Napa know-how. At participating locations does not include state and local taxes and recycling fees. Advertised sale price may not be available in some states. Rebate restrictions apply. Offer ends 9/30/21.
Farmers Insurance knows that when you're in the car and that song comes on, yes, that's the one, you have no choice but to pull out your imaginary drumsticks and smash those cymbals and stomp on that kick pedal, which unfortunately is the accelerator pedal. And we covered it. Talk to a farmer's agent who knows a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports. Former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM, your Mid-South sports station.
Sports 56 traffic.
So nothing new to report out on the roadways. I highly expect us to have any type of traffic or accidents this morning, but as of right now, No new accidents, no delays to report this morning. Keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
I'm still on you, I'm still on you. My drink spill on me while I feel on you. I'm saying, would you believe me if I said I'm in love? Baby, I want you.
Wait, you're telling me there's no traffic this morning? I don't believe it.
I mean, people are at home right now, so they should be, unless you're working.
That's my point. Sane, are you going to join the Zoom, you think?
I don't know, bro. I'm on. Give me a minute.
I mean, it's up to you. I don't really care, but I'm just letting you know. Because
I'm kind of running a test. Oh, Scotty. Oh, shout out to my boy Scotty O's too, man. Because you know whenever something happens to my car, I call Scotty O's.
Yeah, Scotty sure normally your
my
car
man,
guy.
bro. I told Scotty we gotta hang out. We gotta hang out all the time. They ain't got nothing to do with something wrong with my car, bro. Because Scotty was my Friday morning man. Yeah, he was my man that took me to try to get it off the second time around.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's friendship.
Hey,
That's
real talk.
That's
Hey,
support.
hold on. I'm gonna try to put my boy on. If you own a restaurant and you get bread services, like whatever bread, you gotta have bread for everything. I don't care what restaurant you are. You serve some type of bread. If you're not satisfied with the service and quality of your bread delivery, reach out to my boy Scotty O's, man. That's the man. He gonna get you what you need for sure.
Okay, right on, man. What kind of bread are we talking about?
Bread, any kind, man. Bread, that man can get you whatever you need. Communion bread, gotcha.
Because I like there's the bread. There's a lot of bread out there, man.
Now we ain't talking about you need a loaf of white. Now I'm talking about like if you a company, you ordering droves of bread every week. You need let Scotty handle that for you, man. Because these folks be playing out here in these bread streets, bro. These folks be playing with folks bread. I'm not saying
he won't like I get a loaf of whatever. I like that artisan bread from Sara Lee though. That's nice right there.
Yeah, get with them. Get with them, man. You got to buy like
about like
case of this,
like a truckload of, but we can probably get that hooked up. That's nice. What's your favorite bread, man? What's your bread of choice?
I don't know.
Bread?
Bro, the streets I'm from, bro, we just hope our bread ain't molded, but it's on the kind of bread I'm used to, bro. As long as it ain't molded, my boy. So you ain't never walked down them streets with me before, Peter.
Yeah, but you don't like now. You don't have to do that. So
how you know what I gotta do?
All right, well, do you have moldy bread or not? Man, Anthony Sane is in a mood today. I don't know what kind. Anthony Sane is playful / goofy / like
hey,
I'm
bro,
just gonna, I got you. I got you.
We had a family reunion yesterday, man, and it was great. Like I got to see people, and I lost a lot of family. COVID took out a lot of people in my family, like just COVID and just death in general. Like it was just good to be around family, bro. Like it was dope. Like I'm in a good place right now for sure.
That's nice. I like that, man. That's nice. That's nice. Our family didn't do those really.
For real.
So, I don't know if that would be the most popular person there if they did. But that's just that's a different discussion for a different time.
Yeah, man. Y'all
college football. When people weren't fighting in the stands, they were watching Seth Hennigan sling that tater around, looking pretty good as the Tigers get a victory over Nichols in week 1, and a pretty solid start for the incoming freshman. I think looked pretty solid, man. Looked pretty good, and watching that decent enough. Nichols not much of a test. It'll be a little bit better against Arkansas State, who's victorious against Central Arkansas this weekend. That'll be a bigger test, but yeah, I mean for real, I think you might want to. I don't know if Grant Gunnell's gonna.
Oh, it's over for my boy Grant.
To get back in there. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Grant Gunnell. It's over.
G-Gun, the G-Gun is out. That's it.
Double G, Lil GG. It's
Grant
over.
Gunner.
Grant Gunner be sitting on that bench.
Yeah. Grant Gunner. I don't know, man. Hennigan looked pretty good. And the Tigers in general looked okay. Like it was, you're gonna have some issues, you're gonna have some things going on, but not bad at all. Running game okay, passing game had its moments. Again, I think that it's difficult with an opponent like Nichols to take too much from it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't start just going crazy about what you saw, because it's really Nichols is a long way from the kind of teams that you're going to be playing in the better part of your season. But I think there was a lot to take from it, and a lot of positives to take from it if you're a Tiger fan, because listen, man, it's making these transitions, and I mean, all you have to do is look at Clemson and figure out, look how bad they looked, and to tell you that, making these kinds of moves is not always easy. It's not always easy just to bring in a new quarterback, no matter who it is, no matter how much hype is out there. That's not easy. So I think good stuff from the Tigers to start things off.
Mm-hmm. It was a good game. The running game looked good. Can't remember the tailback's name. What was it? Help me out, Peter.
Grant Gunham.
Man.
Right. Sorry, I just thought too.
Grant Gunham.
Brandon Thomas looked pretty good.
Yeah, that's
running the football. Yeah. I think.
Man, this ain't Arkansas State though. Don't get it twisted.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you can look and say and be pleased with what you saw, just bearing in mind that there is, you got something else coming up.
Let me say something else.
A little bit different.
We have to not get so caught up in our feelings as Memphians, as Tiger football fans, that we skip over this season worrying about the future. You get what I'm saying? Because people are like super in their feelings about this Big 12 thing. No, don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about that. Kick that down the line a little bit, man. Like let that happen when that happens. This is still shaping up to be what could be a good season. And I think people are really just on edge and just stressing about everything in the world. I saw people complain about this kid. Just got a text worried about the defense. Don't worry about it. Just let all that play out, man. You know the weirdest thing I saw a dude getting upset about on Facebook? And I was like, dude, like, why is this the energy you have? Why? Like, why? Mm-hmm. He's like, man, I cut on SportsCenter, not one Tiger football highlight, and they don't even have the score at the bottom of the ticker. I'm like, first of all, welcome to 2017 or 2008, where you can like get an app that tells you it gives you everything you want to know about your specific team. Like you don't have to be at the mercy of what SportsCenter shows. And why would they show highlights of Memphis versus Nichols? It was such a strange conversation. And I told him, man, I was like, sir, like, I said, you have to keep in mind that, like, TV is kind of going away from the ticker thing anyway. They put it on there, but they also put other stuff on there, too, that's, like, not even particularly scores related. So they have to kind of trim down what they put. So sorry if Memphis versus Nichols didn't make the cut. But
well, I mean, Memphis versus Nichols was never going to make the cut any year or whatever,
like, bro,
unless Memphis is ranked.
Ranked, yeah.
And even then, it's not going to, probably wouldn't make much of a cut. Who's watching at this point anyway?
Right. I'm like, bro, you're on Facebook. So you have either a phone. You're more than likely doing this from a phone, from a smartphone, for one. And even if you're doing it from your computer, man, there are other like what?
Well, I guarantee the other thing is I guarantee you that you could go out there and I guarantee it was on the ticker. Like I don't know why you're sitting there like counting it down, like waiting. It might be like they have this the way they do their ticker is weird. Like the bigger scores rotate more often, but eventually they get to like all the scores,
right.
And so he would have been there.
And he was upset. Other people were chiming in with this dude. Like, oh, they're gonna screw us out of our Tiger basketball season. I guarantee you they're gonna drop a ruling before the season even starts. Like, what? Because of that? Because we didn't get the highlights of Memphis versus Nichols? He's like, oh, he had a first-time freshman quarterback. Oh, that should have been newsworthy. It's like, yeah, in the tri-state area maybe, but not even in the tri-state area. That's not even news. Like, bro, what? Why are you? Oh. It was like a horde of people that were mad because I was like, bro, stop, like all of it. And I'm gonna give a very unpopular opinion, bro. And people get mad if you want. When this Big 12 thing came out, like after I sit and look at it, man, I don't have a problem with it. Like that 4, if I wouldn't take any of those 4 off to put us on. Get mad at me. That's truth. Like I wouldn't take any of those 4 schools off. We got to move on from that, bro. Like we didn't make the cut. So hey, dust yourself off and try again. Shout out to Aaliyah.
There's no the problem in this one is that there may not be any trying again. This may be the last of the cuts. We'll see. And if that's the case, then that's going to put you in a whole different position.
Yeah.
Right there. You can see why people would be frustrated by that. I get what you're saying, and I don't entirely disagree with you. I think you could make the case for Memphis over Houston, for example. I don't in Cincinnati maybe, but Cincinnati's had a really strong run of late. One of the other things that somebody brought up, I saw.
Only thing about I know people get mad at me. That's fine too. Only thing about Houston and Cincinnati, I can't remember a time with those two programs where you were talking about shutting down the whole thing because there's literally no one coming to the games at all because you were that bad. And that wasn't too far. That wasn't too long ago, Peter.
Well, Houston was pretty bad, man. It was Houston's pretty bad.
Yeah,
they're pretty bad for a while.
But it's Houston.
I thought the thing. I think I think it was John Martin's thing that I saw in the Athletic, but there was somebody that he did some kind of interviews with various like anonymous administrators from around the country, and one of them brought up the idea that every time Memphis has had success in basketball, which is supposed to be the calling card for Memphis, it has come with NCAA problems. And I didn't really put that together, but I can see like from an outside perspective. Now, for those of us here, there's more to that story, and there's issues, and there's mitigating circumstances and all that stuff. But from the outside, if you're just kind of watching from afar and you're not really paying that much attention, you see, oh yeah, Memphis 1985 went to the Final Four. Oh yeah, Dana Kirk ended up probation, and there was a tax issue and all that stuff. Then oh yeah, they went to the 08. Oh yeah, the Derrick Rose thing. Yeah, that ended up being invalidated. Oh, they got James Wiseman. Oh no, he's now they're being under investigation again. Now they got all this stuff. So like, I could see how that would, if you're like an AD from another school and you're not maybe like involved intimately in every little detail, that makes sense. Like you'd be like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I don't want to mess with that. Maybe as a tiebreaker, if two schools are close. That might be a concern to me. So again, I don't think it's fair, but I think that's an understandable perception because it's true.
And I don't want to hear this
pretty much every Tiger basketball success has been accompanied by
that's true.
Some kind of NCAA issue.
But we've also
rightly or wrongly.
even in years that we didn't have championship level teams, we still had good, solid years. Our basketball program is historically solid. Like that's facts, bro. Even outside of the,
so is Houston. I mean, like so is Houston. So is Cincinnati. Both those teams are historically.
Yeah,
solid.
That's what I'm saying. I'm on your side. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like UCF, like it's just hard to make UCF is the one that I would say Memphis is certainly better than UCF basketball is.
And the whole thing about our fan base and all that type of stuff, stop. Because I remember not too long ago we were talking about a game that was on Halloween and how Halloween killed the crowd. Like no. We ain't that.
Well,
then.
UCF. I mean, UCF just sold out all their season tickets and stuff, and I mean that that's again. I don't see Memphis doing that.
No,
Memphis hasn't done that.
We do a lot of talking about how passionate our fan base is. No, I remember that stadium being butt naked empty, like not too long ago.
Everybody's fan base is passionate. Everybody's got a passionate group at some point within their fan base. Just how big is that passionate group? Is it dozens? Is it hundreds?
Is it enough where that joint is live, even when you're the worst team in the world?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the question, and for Memphis, too often the answer has been no.
No,
and it's getting better. I mean, they've made some dramatic improvements,
sure.
but it might be too little, too late. Given everything else that we've been talking about. All right, so let's not. I don't want to dwell.
We ain't gonna.
Because you just said don't dwell on it. So I agree with you. I'm gonna stick to that.
Yeah, we're gonna stick to it, man.
We're not gonna dwell on that.
It'll come back around again, bro. We said this last time. We got left out. Look, it came back around again. It's gonna come back around.
We'll see. I hope so. I definitely hope so. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about the rest of the college football world. Tons and tons and tons of college football to get into this weekend. We'll discuss it around the SEC and around all of it. I mean, every bit of it. We're going to get into it right here. So you just want to just sit back, relax, and enjoy it as we talk about it with you on this Labor Day. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
You have opinions?
What do you hear? What do you say?
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies. We will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Five-Ash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Visit Frontier Western Store this summer to check out tons of new products. Frontier added so many new items in their women's boutique. There are daily arrivals with thousands of on-trend tops, jeans, and pants in stock at amazing prices. And guys, Frontier's your #1 Carhartt store. There's no one around with a larger selection of everyday fits and workwear. Wrangler and Ariat clothing also available. Frontier recently remodeled their entire store and expanded the world-famous boot showroom. Now there are even more dress and work boots in stock. After Ariat boots, then you've got to check out Frontier. There are over 1,000 pair of Ariat boots alone, and thousands more in other brands such as Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, and Twisted X. As if the selection isn't reason enough, there's Frontier's low prices. Frontier's pricing is lower than online and chain stores, so when you're ready for your next pair, you know right where to come. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Sunrise Buick GMC is having their annual tent sale and the selection or savings are bigger than ever. A huge selection to choose from, big discounts from factory rebates high as $6,000. It's okay if you've got slow credit. Sunrise has over $500 million available for immediate financing with interest low as 0%, an $18 million used car inventory. And remember, Sunrise specializes in cars and trucks under $10,000. See them all at sunrisememphis.com. Savings and fun for all ages. The 33rd annual tent sale going on now at all Sunrise locations. Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
The NFL is back, and FanDuel Sportsbook is celebrating with 40-1 odds on any Week 1 game. Who doesn't want to win $200 on just a $5 bet? New customers, you'll get 40-1 odds when you place your first wager. FanDuel is sports betting made simple. Plus, when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 24 hours. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Just sign up today with promo code BIGHEAD, and you could win $200 on a $5 bet, exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $200. Bonus for Tennessee users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours. Tennessee site credit expires 14 days after receipt. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Of course, we have everything you need for that big brake job. Right now, you can save 15% when you buy any Duralast brake pads and any 2 Duralast rotors. It's a great way to save while you take on the full job. Oh, and here's a tip for you. Go for a nice, easy drive after you finish the job. It'll help you break in your new brakes. For more tips, visit AutoZone.com/DIY. Restrictions apply.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
There's a new commissary in town. In Collierville, Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levee Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Mixing your click up with diamond rolls. Your people rolling dough, no parole, no rubbers. Going raw, imagine law with no undercovers. Just some thoughts for the mind. I take a glimpse into time. Watch the blimp read, the world is mine.
I rule the world.
Imagine that.
I free all my
All right. All right. Hour number one, almost in the books. Zachary Boyd.
Yes.
Coach Speak. Where are we?
Oh, we're good to go.
You got it ready?
Yeah.
You got it ready?
I'm about to say,
Yeah, at
Zach,
the top of the
I was
hour,
about to
yeah.
go in if you ain't got it.
Like, I still had to work on Labor Day weekend, so like,
That's right. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good to go.
That's all right. I'm excited about it. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that for hour number two. Our friend Zach Boyd hitting us up on the Coach Speak. Alabama knocked off Miami 44-13. Alabama looked just basically like every other Alabama team that we've seen in the last 10 years or so. It's a new quarterback. New featured tailback, new featured wide receiver, same result, that just more of the same. Yep. Miami first two drives looked like completely overmatched. That's Alabama for you.
Man.
Bryce Young, 4 touchdown passes, and he didn't even look that good, frankly. Like he looked a little overmatched at times. Didn't matter. Mechie, Williams, that's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah, and I thought that game, we both thought that game would be a lot closer than that, man. Alabama just came out looking like monsters, for sure. Man,
I did not. I thought Alabama would cover, but I didn't necessarily. I mean, that's what they always do. It was up 27-3 at the half. They got a Miami kicked a last second field goal to get the 3 at the half. I mean, as a morale boosting, pitiful, sad 3. It was a sad little field goal. But that was to be expected. But then the other one in the big doubleheader, Georgia Clemson. What an awful game this was. Sometimes you can see like it's like a defensive struggle, and like it's a really intense defensive struggle. Like back a decade ago, LSU Alabama was like 3-3, 6-3 throughout the game, really tight, intense, but like big plays. This was bad offense. This was not that game. This was not an intense struggle like that. Georgia wins 10-3. The only touchdown the Bulldogs scored was on a pick 6 that was thrown. Otherwise, it was 3-3 from an offensive point of view. Both teams looking very pedestrian with the ball. DJ Uiagalelei,
Looked horrible.
Yikes. Absolutely terrible. Looked. Did Dr. Pepper get the money back? I mean,
he let me down, man.
Did he deposit that check, or what happened with that? Is that thing good? God, I hope they kept the receipt.
He was the reason
Holy
why I thought
Lord.
Clemson was going to win. Like I thought he was going to give.
Yeah,
Clemson the edge.
Absolutely.
God,
I thought so too. He looked good. In the glimpses that we'd seen of him before, but he looked awful. Like just slow, bad decision making. Looked completely overmatched by the moment. Clemson. 2 rushing yards in the game. 2. Travis Etienne is not walking through that door.
He ain't walking through that door.
He ain't walking through that door.
CJ Spiller ain't walking through that door.
No, man. This was depressing. And the thing was, Georgia really wasn't. Georgia was better offensively, but not that much better. Clemson's defense was very solid. Both teams struggled to move the ball. Both teams dealt with turnovers, a fumble and a pick for Georgia, and then that back-breaking pick 6 thrown by Uiagalelei. So that was just brutal, man. Just brutal. And again, it goes to show you, Nick Saban makes it look easy. You replace some 5 stars with some other 5 stars and all that stuff. Oh yeah, just keep the train going.
Yeah, it's easier said than done.
And the thing is, Nick Saban actually replaces his coaching staff more often.
Right.
Like he's got, his coaching staff is replaced. He's got every year he's got at least one coordinator gone somewhere else. Sarkisian is now in Texas. Prior to that it was Lane Kiffin and Kirby Smart, who's now coaching for Georgia, obviously. Lane Kiffin. You can go up and down the Jeremy Pruitt. You can go up and down the list of guys that were on his staff. That Mike Loxley went somewhere else. He's replacing coordinators, and it's no problem. Clemson's had the same coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson, Tony Elliott's been there for a while. Brent Venables has been there for years. People been trying to get him out of there, and he won't go. Highest paid coordinators. What's the excuse?
Well,
You actually have some more consistency within the coaching staff. You've got some continuity there that Alabama doesn't have. What's your excuse?
All 5 stars aren't created equal. Let's mention that as well.
How about all offenses aren't created equal?
That's
Tony
awesome.
Elliott's offense sucks. Without
superstar quarterback.
Without Deshaun Watson or Trevor Lawrence or somebody like that, and Uyunglele is not that.
He ain't that dude.
He ain't
Can
that dude.
we call him DJU going for?
No, Uyunglele. I'm finally figuring out how to say this name. So now that I figured out how to say it, I'm going to keep saying it.
Uyunglele, that's right.
Uyunglele.
It's it's not no nowhere in there, so that's not right.
Yeah, but that's how it's pronounced. Though.
All right, I'm not.
It's like
I'm calling
Tua.
DJU.
It's like
I'm not
Tua
doing- I'm
Tunga.
not-
It's like
not-
Tua Tunga Vailoa. That's how.
I'm not going to remember letters that aren't there. So I'm not. You
It's
DJU.
Tunga Vailoa.
DJU.
Come on, man.
DJU.
You
respect that man.
Yeah,
You-
I'm respecting not to put sounds in that I don't see. So I'm not.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
trying to
not
remember that.
respecting him though. That's not respecting.
Well,
him.
he ain't respecting me. He's expecting me to remember letters and sounds that aren't there.
Ugalagale.
It's Ugalagale to me.
Ugalagalu.
Uyunglele.
Nah.
Ooey gooey. Ooey gooey Ungalele.
Put up a better performance.
We're going to keep it a bug like Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Basically,
we're gonna say, hey, listen. I will say you kind of have to be like an MVP level player to get.
Yeah,
people
exactly.
pronounced
I'm not adding extra syllables and sounds for letters that aren't there.
I mean,
no.
This man's not Giannis. Giannis is a million times better, and it took people a long time to get Giannis's name right.
Yeah, we're gonna keep
They
it
still
a
haven't
buck.
really gotten his name right.
Yeah, including myself.
I'm gonna keep it a buck also,
like Antetokounmpo.
and tell you that when we come back, it's gonna be hour number 2. We got Coach Speak.
Yeah.
What you've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen.
I got an intro that I want to focus group this morning as well.
Look at Zach.
Are you with our listeners? You mean?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
With everybody.
All right.
I just
The
want to
two
focus
people
group
that are
it.
listening this morning.
So our Labor Day listeners are getting a special treat here.
Them
Because,
people got back
you're
into
gonna be
bed.
part of the focus group. You're gonna be part of the focus group.
You know how you wake up out of habit? Then you realize I'm off today. You go back to bed. Hey, those listeners
That's
are
what
gone.
it feels like.
Those listeners are gone.
It's like, man, I wish I could have been back to sleep. Well, I guess get a list of the guys this morning.
Yeah, I cut them
Hey,
on.
man,
Then
come
now they
Hey,
fall.
hey, listen. Hey, you gotta quit down in our. You gotta quit down in our program, man. People are
I'm
up
not down in
listening
the
just
program.
for this. You're down in the program. You're saying, people aren't listening for this morning. No, we got people waking up just to listen this morning.
You're right.
And
Shout
we
out to y'all.
appreciate them.
Shout out.
We appreciate
Exactly.
y'all, man.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, come on now. Sam,
Hey, I know
we
I used to do that. I used to do
We gotta
that.
appreciate it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. We got a lot. Come on now. show ourselves some love, man.
Oh, yeah,
Come
for
on.
sure. I used to do that all the time.
Exactly.
When,
Thank you.
when 56 was the only station on the dial, they actually had people working on the holiday. I knew I could always depend on good old Sports 56.
Yep. And we had the same feeling that you had.
Oh, yeah. But now I'm on
It's
this
a tradition
side.
as well. When I say every year, and I'm like, my wife's like, "Are you working on Labor Day?" I'm like, "Yep."
Quit asking me that question, Mama. You already know.
You know.
It's all good. Hey, man, you know what? I could be somewhere where I actually break a sweat every day.
Exactly. There's worse things. Believe me. There's a lot.
For sure. I'm blessed.
I'm happy to be here. Exactly.
But this just for jokes and entertainment. I do not mind getting up to do this on any day of the year, to be honest with you.
All right. Hour number 2. Coach Speak and more on the way. Stick around.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better. They've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you. Golf is back, and so is Miramichi. And just like every other year, there are improvements. This beautiful golf course sits on 330 acres. It provides more than 7,400 yards of championship-level golf, and the beauty that surrounds it is absolutely amazing. And guess what is back too? It's the Miramichi patio. Totally redone, revamped bathrooms, a full service bar, and on weekends, there'll be bands. Oh, by the way, 2 TVs, and it's now open to the public. You don't even have to play golf to catch the view from the Miramichi patio. But if you do want to play some golf, have we got deals for you? Senior golf for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday down to $30. The standard weekday rates, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, as low as $32. Even on the weekends, it's under $50, and you get golf balls on the range. Play the most beautiful golf course in all of Shelby County. Go check out Miramichi.
The Labor Day savings inside the Home Depot means something different once you're back out there doing. For example, in here, it's a wide selection of top-rated appliances, but out there, it's your home running like a well-oiled machine. Order in-store, online, or in the Home Depot app and get free delivery and flexible installation, so you save money and time. Right now, you can save big on a new LG wash tower at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid through September 15, 2021. U.S. only while supplies last. See store for details.
The moment you fire up a Gator UTV, the engine has your full attention. The completed job is on the horizon, and the trail meets its match. Just like that, you made short work of a long to-do list. Run with us on a John Deere Gator UTV. With effortless four-wheel drive at the flip of a switch and our smoothest shifting transmission yet. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere Gator for more.
When you needed your mom, she was always there with the Vicks VapoRub. She used that soothing scent to calm you. And her mom used it to calm her. And her mom, well, you get the idea. Vicks VapoRub's always been there. It always made you feel better. And today, it still does. Bring back those childhood memories with the comfort and care only Vicks VapoRub can bring. Vicks VapoRub, family tradition for a reason.
Grind City Brewing Company is taking care of beerness in Memphis. Grind City Brewing is the dream of a father and son duo to create a brand that delivers a high quality, great tasting, and easy drinking craft beer. And they've done it. The brewery sits high above the city elevation in uptown Memphis with 15,000 square feet of beerness, including a 5,000 square foot tap room. Grind City Brewing is committed to all things Memphis, including the Tigers. They have created a malt liquor called Tiger Tail that is the official craft beer of the University of Memphis. Tiger Tail comes in 16-ounce six-packs and is not your typical malt liquor. Tiger Tail is crafted with a bold and smooth flavor, has 7.5% alcohol, and its clean finish makes it incredibly easy drinking. Tiger Tail and Grind City Brewing, taking care of beerness in Memphis.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Sports 56 traffic.
As of right now, no new accidents, no new traffic, no delays to report at the moment. We shouldn't have any accidents, traffic delays, or anything like that on the roadways this morning because it is Labor Day. But just to make it official, there is no reported traffic accidents or delays on the roadways this morning. So if you're at home, enjoy the day. If you guys are out and about, have to go to work, you know the drill. Just take it easy. Just cruise on to the workplace with us in hour number 2. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Place I used to be, struggling usually. Look at the new me, fate pursuing me. I can feel the energy in the air. It feel like I'm supposed to be here.
Everywhere I go, I'm getting
Oh man, J. Lou's up with the pictures. Shout out to J. Lou, appreciate you. Nice looking burger. Is that a breakfast burger? Because
Probably from last night or something. There's no way they're up there early with clothes on. Like, no. No.
You don't think people put on clothes and eat breakfast, Zane?
But you around here butt naked?
Nah, man, you eat with whatever you have
grabbing
on.
a Pop-Tart butt naked in your house? What are you doing? Sitting
Well,
on the
first of
floor?
all, I
What
don't
are
sleep
you
butt
doing?
naked, so I don't even know what that means. So, but no, you probably ate breakfast in your pajamas. You didn't get up and change clothes to eat a burger at 7 in the morning. So I'd rather assume that this happened yesterday and not this morning. Weird of me, huh?
There's nothing better than sleeping butt naked, though. I'll say that.
Okay, great.
It's great. Super comfortable.
Great.
You should do that. Especially you in your house.
Great.
You ought to try it, man. It takes that comfort to a whole new level.
I know it's silly of me to assume that someone who's eating a burger with clothes on is actually that was from yesterday and not this morning.
J. Lou said last night.
Thank you, J. Lou, for just ending that whole conversation. Thank you.
Of course. Come on, man. Have some fun with it. Come on, Sane. Jeez. Hour number 2 is here on this Labor Day. Hope you're having a good one. Surprisingly, not a lot of traffic out there. Who could have believed that? But it's true. Folks making their way. Shout out to everybody who is working today, though, because there definitely are a few of you, the folks in some of the service industries are out there working, folks in logistics, all that stuff, man. Y'all are still working. We appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for everybody that's out there working, again, doing their thing. That's awesome. And we're with you, too. So we appreciate y'all. And thank y'all for doing all that. Coming up in hour number 2, we're going to talk a whole bunch of college football, as you would imagine, and we got Coach Speak here coming up in just a few moments. So be sure to check that out. Also, a reminder tonight, you can hear the Ole Miss game, Ole Miss versus Louisville. No Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin COVID positive. He will not be on the sidelines tonight for Ole Miss in Atlanta, taking on Louisville. He is fully vaccinated, like everybody else. His entire program, Ole Miss program, 100% vaccinated staff and players. So it was a breakthrough case, and apparently he's doing just fine. But he will not be allowed to be on the sidelines. So a bit of a bummer for him there. Bad break, I suppose. But that's just how it is, right there. Maybe affects Ole Miss, maybe not. I don't know. It's big. It's a big total, that's for sure. 75.5. And from what we saw around college football, Anthony's saying. Offenses were, for the most part, offenses really struggled.
Yeah, some ugly games.
It was some ugly offensive games out there around college football, and some just nasty looking stuff. So I don't know if we can necessarily take that all to the bank or what, but it was not. There were not a ton of amazing offensive performances.
Yeah. How much do you think that Kiffin being out affects Ole Miss tonight?
Well, I mean, I think it certainly can affect the play calling. Certainly can affect the rhythm of that. I mean, they're going to, obviously same personnel and same stuff, but it definitely affects the rhythm of things, and that's such a rhythm-based offense that, I think on the offense you could see a few little hiccups from Matt Corral and the group. I really would love to see Ole Miss's offense in full flight, because they have the potential to be one of the best offenses in the country, maybe the best offense in the country in terms of skill position guys, everything else. But on Saturday, it was really everywhere you looked, there were some offensive struggles that were going on. Now, last night, Notre Dame and Florida State definitely popped that open a little bit. There were some big plays all over the place, and Notre Dame wins in overtime. And we're going to hear from Brian Kelly here momentarily about some of that. So before we get too deep into it, I think it's time now for the Monday tradition that continues, Labor Day or not, doesn't matter. We're going to keep doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Coach Speak.
You know what it's going to take. We know what it's going to take. 60 minutes of physical football, our very best. They make a play. on. We make a play, you flush it, you press on. We do not blink.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
You need to be more like a dog. We don't need a bunch of cats in here looking in the mirror. Do I look good? I got my extra bands on. I got my other shoes on. Be a dog. We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
Big Tone! Turn that
You can't judge a man's will. You can't measure a man's will. When a man get the will that y'all guys have, the sky's the limit. Yes, sir. The only thing can stop us is us. Yes, sir. Okay? So we gonna get better though. Oh, yes, sir. Okay, but I tell you what, you all have hearts of challenge. Oh, yes, sir. And the heart of a lion. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all gonna understand? Oh, yeah. Tell them to bring me my money.
It is officially week 1 of college
All right,
football.
so let me throw you.
So here's the thing.
let me throw a couple of tips here. Number one, let's get some music underneath.
Yeah,
it. Number
music
two,
underneath it, yeah.
Of course.
let's tighten it up a little bit. It's a little, it's
Little
good.
long.
Let's tighten a little long. Let's tighten it up just a little bit.
So here's the thing.
Good theory. Good in theory.
Like I'm treating this like Donda. We treating this like Donda. Okay? We're treating this like Donda. This the first listening part. This the baseline.
Yeah.
Let's get the vibes
right,
going.
okay,
What y'all
all
think
right,
about?
Take what you want.
Yeah. So we treat this like
Vibes were
Donda.
good, but the vibes were good. But Zach, we got to take a break. We got to take a commercial break. So
You just ate up the whole segment.
Yeah,
you just ate the whole segment up.
Yeah, with Donda.
It is like Donda because that was a 2 CD. That was a 2 CD open right there. Is what we got.
Uh,
a little bloated.
just a little bit. But it not too bad. It was an idea that I want to throw out there. We
just
gonna
gotta tighten it up, man.
chop and
Just
screw it.
get the hot spots out of those clips, shorten it up.
Yeah.
Because you want to give people time when they hear it to get adjusted, not to
Yeah.
actually decide they don't want to listen to this at all.
Yeah, we want to intro it, get that energy into it, and then go into like a nice little music bed that's gonna play underneath while you do the other stuff right there. So let's that's because right now we still don't have any music underneath.
No,
right
because people who didn't know you were doing the intro would have thought you were that was a clip you were playing.
That was the whole thing.
That was Coach Speak.
No,
Yeah,
that's not Coach
Speak
Speak
right there.
That's not Coach Speak.
All right, now let's start Coach Speak.
All right, so this is Coach Speak. So let's start off. Peter mentioned it a minute ago. Do we need a drug test, Brian Kelly?
I think maybe so.
I think we might need a drug test him because I don't know. Like you guys take a listen to this.
This game had it all.
Yeah.
What did you think of your team's ability to withstand Florida State's impressive comeback?
Yeah, I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to explain that one because there are people who don't get that. There was an old John McKay was the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in the day, and there was an old joke that was very funny when he was asked. His team was 0-16. They didn't win a single game, and he was asked by a reporter. See, this is where it was. This is a funny quip. He was asked by a reporter about his team's execution. So he said, "What do you think about your team's execution?" He said, "I'm in favor of it." So that's funny. That's a funny little quip, like we because we're 0 and whatever and all this. Brian Kelly's trying to redo that and set up the punchline,
too much on it.
the setup and the punchline and everything else all in one. And then listen to how he worked this one in. Go back and listen to it again. He's like, "Wow, you mean you're talking about the execution of my team? I mean, that's I guess my whole team should be executed.
He just didn't hit right,
you kill all of them." Somebody must have said to him hey, these Lane Kiffin guys are having fun, making jokes and stuff. You need to have a little more, a little more humor, Brian. Let's see if we can't work that in.
I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
That ain't what he.
See how he says I'm in favor of
if you said you're
execution?
in favor
Because
of-
that was the joke. Like, I'm in favor of that. That was the joke when somebody asked, but you have to be set up for that. Like, what do you think about your team's execution? I'm in favor of it. That's funny. Like,
Right.
that's just a, little, when you, but when you set it up yourself, well, I'm in favor of execution. In fact, I'm in favor of capital punishment. In fact, I'm afraid that we ought to take these guys to the Capitol and kill them all.
Hey, how
no,
about
but seriously.
How about this one? Since we're crowdsourcing, let me throw this in there. All right, ask me the question, Pete. I'm gonna be Coach Kelly.
Coach, what you think about that team performance tonight?
No, he's got to ask you about execution, bro.
So he.
Oh, well, she didn't. But she didn't ask.
Yes,
about
she
the
did.
execution.
Yeah,
That's
she.
the-
Well, she didn't. She asked him, "How did you feel
about the team?"
Yeah, she asked him
about
how
the
he
team?"
felt. Yeah.
And he said, "You know."
Yeah, he's the one who threw in the execution
Yeah.
part.
So
Play it again. Then. I might be wrong. Play it again. I'm sorry.
Well, let me.
Yeah, play. Yeah.
I was gonna play his explanation during his presser after the game.
Week or so. Oh, it's an old John McKay quote. I was kidding. It was tongue in cheek. It wasn't funny. It's an old John McKay quote that he used after the game. So I was talking and making a joke about it. Why it was taken serious. Are you people crazy?
I'm sure. Not everyone knows us knows you like we do, Brian.
Oh, it's a John McKay quote that he used after a game. I was stealing one of his old quotes and being funny. I guess nobody likes to be funny anymore. So yeah, if you want to, take me to town on that, please do.
Oh boy! If you gotta explain a joke, and it wasn't a funny joke.
It didn't come out right.
It
Play
didn't come
it
out right.
again. Let me hear it again. The question.
The question.
The original statement he made.
What did you think of your team's ability to withstand Florida State's impressive comeback?
Yeah, I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed
He
after
screwed it
tonight.
up all the way. Yeah, you're right. Like
That's what I said. He screwed it up all the way.
He told the punchline first. Like he started off with the punchline.
Yeah, he was trying to set himself up for.
Yeah, it was so funny,
you
but
can't do that. No, no.
Yeah, he jacked it all the way up. I thought
You
she
can't do
said-
the
I-
setup
okay,
and the
yeah,
punchline.
no.
All together. No.
See, he had that one in his back pocket. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill him with this one when they ask me what I think about the first half. I'm gonna kill him. Oh, literally, I'm gonna kill him.
I'm just kidding, but seriously, no.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you think about the shotgun formation? More like I can get a shotgun and blast my quarterback in the head. I'm just kidding, but seriously though.
that pistol and
pistol formation. How about a pistol whip you to the back of the we're just having fun out here. Oh my Lord! Come on, man.
Oh my goodness!
And this could be somewhere. This is somewhere in between. Like no one needs to call the guy fire right. No.
Nah,
That's
it's just goofy.
awkward.
It's just
stupid.
goofy. Yeah,
just goofy as hell. Like,
we ain't canceling nobody,
stupid.
but no, it's just goofy.
Yeah, he didn't. That's just stupid.
It's okay to be goofy. It's okay to say goofy shit.
I mean,
You
it
don't have
is. It's
to
okay
lose
for
your
us to
job
make
to
fun
say
of you.
goofy. Yeah.
It's okay for us to make fun of you for
And we
saying
keep it
goofy
moving.
stuff as well. Yeah.
Whew.
Yes. My quarterback's got a cannon, and I'm gonna stuff him into that cannon and blast him into the
to the moon. To the moon.
That's right.
To the moon, Alex.
Just kidding. Got a real flamethrower. I'm gonna burn them all up completely. Burn them alive. Just kidding. Anyway, you guys we can't have fun like that anymore. Oh, come on. Nobody has fun anymore. We're gonna bury these guys. Literally bury them alive. That's why until they suffocate. Well, we can't. We don't joke. Nobody jokes around like this anymore. Oh, come on. Y'all are taking it too seriously.
What else you guys say?
Hold on. Let's just take a break. Come back and get
All
the
right.
other side.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Zach, get some music to play underneath while you're doing all this too.
Yeah, man. Come
Think
on.
about some nice,
come on the track.
instrumental.
Man.
Come on, son.
Let's see. I'll figure out something.
Okay, all right. We'll do that. We come back here in the Family Leisure Studios on a Labor Day. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Get happy with Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. Weekday afternoons from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
The NFL is back,
and FanDuel Sportsbook is celebrating with 40-1 odds on any Week 1 game. Who doesn't want to win $200 on just a $5 bet? New customers, you'll get 40-1 odds when you place your first wager. FanDuel is sports betting made simple. Plus, when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 24 hours. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Just sign up today with promo code BIGHEAD, and you could win $200 on a $5 bet, exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $200. Bonus for Tennessee users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours. Tennessee site credit expires 14 days after receipt. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789.
Thursday Night Football is only on NFL Network.
No time it is, everything you got.
We're here for a storied rivalry with the game's brightest stars.
What an impressive run with a stiff arm.
Saquon is back, giving the Giants renewed hope.
What a game he's had.
But Chase Young has his squad ready to defend the division crown.
I'm not losing.
It's an NFC East showdown.
Woo, there, baby.
That's big time there.
Thursday Night Football, September 16th, only on NFL Network.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Mid-South Hobbies has your favorite model airplanes, boats, race cars, and trains to build. With brands you know like Lionel, LGB, and a large selection of Traxxas radio-controlled trucks, cars, and boats. Mid-South Hobbies has all the accessories to make them complete, with thousands of paint colors to make them shine. Reach the sky with rockets and kites, or reach deep into your imagination with action figures, comic book superheroes, and fantasy quest games. Get passionate about your hobby at Mid-South Hobbies. 4862 Summer Avenue, open 7 days a week. Call 901-682-9402.
Sports 56 traffic.
We shouldn't have any accidents or traffic delays this morning as it is Labor Day Monday. So no new traffic reports, no new traffic delays, accidents, nothing to report. So hopefully the streets should be clear this morning if you need to get out and about. Keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
No holograms, don't want to do it twice. You want to use my likeness, please approve it through my wife. And if you get the license, then you better use it right. Don't misconstrue my offerings to offer new advice. If I said it, I meant it. If I'm dead, to cement it. And cinder block cemeteries already ascended. I leave you my last name, I left on the last plane. Too much baggage.
Before we go forward, let me just throw this out here too. I'm going to put a nuke on the meter because I know we got to get back to Coach B. This playlist came from our listener Frank, right?
No, it came from Frank Bonner, who's the beat writer for the Daily Memphian for the Tigers.
Oh, okay. We'll address this later.
Mixtape Monday.
Yeah, very nice. Sounds like you've been listening to Frank.
No.
Frank from the Daily Memphian.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. Yeah, we'll address that later. No, I won't because this is his first day. This play this wag as hell, bro. But anyway, go ahead with Coach B.
Whoa! Whoa!
Go ahead.
Whoa!
Go with what you doing.
Whoa!
Bro, like, if these are your
man,
artists,
come
bro,
on.
like they're like much better songs to pick from these. Anyway.
Well,
But go ahead, Zach.
It's what he.
Shout out to Frank though, man. But hey, you get
Hater.
your playlist evaluated when you come out here, bro. It's part of. Hey, he's still welcome and love and all this stuff. Yeah, go ahead. What you was saying? Coach speak. Let's get. Oh.
There
That's
we
how
go.
you do it.
Okay. Yeah, that's good right there. All right.
Love that, Zach.
There we go. That's nice. That's nice right there.
All right, so we're going to continue on here as the Tigers get the win against Nicholls State. Norfolk for same.
Norfolk
got the
Norfolk Nicholls
and got the L. And so if you didn't know, Brady White was still in town and he was on the coaching staff for this game. And so Silverfield has something to say about Brady White's impact on Mr. Seth Hennigan.
All right.
And then Brady White is, he's in town. He's still training. I'm hoping more than anything he gets a call to go to the league. I'll be the first one to kick him out the door. But he loves football. He loves his team. You saw that Colorado player file a waiver for another year, right? So who knows what Brady's doing? But no, just pleased to have him around, his expertise, and just to be around. He's still training. He's going to have a shot, hopefully, in the NFL here any day. But just glad to have him back.
All right, a lot of this cap NFL part is just stop talking about it. Anyway, go ahead.
Hopefully, he might. Who knows? Who knows what could happen, man? Maybe lots of other quarterbacks end up getting hurt or COVID or something. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm just happy Coach, improved his conditioning a little bit from last year. Because last year it almost felt like he was just,
it felt like he sprinted to the.
He forgot he had a press conference. Was running to the.
All right, guys. Whoo! Yeah, it was real Fatty McGee kind of situation going on for sure. So let's continue, Zach. What else you got?
Jimbo Fisher. The Aggies getting the win against Kent State?
Yeah, Kent State. Yeah.
Kent State. And so he was asked about a certain play.
Did you say Ken State? Like it was a
Ken,
guy's name?
like the Ken doll?
Ken State.
Like it's clearly the Barbie University,
I'm pretty sure you said Ken State University.
Ken
rhymes with Penn State. Ken State.
They're very weird about how they pronounce the school name. So it's like
that tickled me. That has tickled me. I hope there is a Ken State University.
I hope so too. Go ahead, give me that NIL while you at it, man. Anyway, Jimbo Fisher, he was asked about a certain play during the game, and so this is like his going off rant on it.
Let me ask this. Here's the other part. The hit was inbounds. So why was there a 15-yard penalty? Chain scored on that big run he had, too. It was a first down on the first 3rd and 1. There was interference on 81 on the ball in the end zone. Guess they were pretty shabby, too. Their first game. They weren't on top of it at all. At all.
Ooh. Okay.
Spicy.
At all. I got to admit, I didn't really watch a ton of that game, so I can't speak to whether they were on top of it or not.
That's okay.
I kind of monitored a little bit it was one of the monitored games.
I appreciate Jimbo's commitment of talking fast in the press conference. It is.
Hey man, hey, with that 25-yard, 15-yarder out there. Come on now. Hey, y'all weren't on top of it either. Y'all didn't see nothing.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Hey, I'm in favor of my team's execution. You know what I mean? Kill them all.
Let's see.
That's what I say. Just kill them all. Put them on and just shoot them. All of them. Oh, just kidding. Come on, guys. Dadgummit, have some fun. Jeepers, McGeepers, let's go.
Let's see.
Can't nobody joke about killing people anymore. Jeez.
How about here? Let's start here.
Was out, had 127. Spiller had 113. I think they caught the ball nice, made some really nice plays, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, we had a drop touchdown in there early. Right on the second drive, we got a field goal. I mean, that's what I say, all those things, and we still got to clean it up. And the good thing is we can. And the good thing is some guys, you can't get better. We can get a lot better. So we need to do it, and that's coaching. Chapman, was good to see him back on the field. Made a couple big plays. Jalen had his. Chase made a couple nice catches. So we'll get better. I thought we kicked the ball. Our kickoff guy, he was awesome. Coming in there and taking Caden's spot. Caden was out and hit those kicks. Awesome. And kicks really well.
Awesome.
he kicked the ball real well.
I thought he kicked the heck out of that little ball. Dadgummit.
Oh my goodness. UCF and Gus Malzahn came back from 20 to nothing in the first
Yeah,
quarter?
21-0. Yeah, down 3 touchdowns.
They get the dub. And so they asked him about this win and how he feels after the game.
It's real special. There's no doubt. I mean, I love our players. I love this place, man. This is a special place. The people here, our fans, our university, our president, our AD. Man, we got a real chance, and that's what's fun for me. And a night like this, just one game, but when you get off on the right foot, because we put ourselves out there. I mean, you've heard us. We put the bar out, and we told everybody what we're going to do. Now you got to do it. The hard part's doing it. And we won the first game, got a chance to improve and be pretty good.
Also, I don't.
Gus is the most just. Hey, man, we just going to do it, man.
We put the bar out there.
We put it out there, man. We put ourselves out there,
That's what,
how it is, man. You get yourself a girlfriend, man. You pull down your pants, and that's what time it is to go, and everybody knows that. What? That's right. You heard the old saying.
That's another coach's trope. Like, I mean, the bar's been set. It's up there.
A lot of teams can't get better, but we can get better. Every week 1 to week 2, that's what we do. We get better. Hey, man, it's about us. It's not about them. It's about us. Hey, man, it's just us. It's about you. It's about us. This ain't about them.
It's all about putting one shoe on at a time.
That's all you do, man. You put your pants on one leg at a time. Come on now. Put your shirt on one I don't know, sleeve at a time. That's what you do probably with shirts, I guess, right? Some people put the neck in and then put both sleeves in. I mean, that happens too. That's all right.
All of it.
Oh, boy.
Anthony Sane looks put out today. You just look put out. You look put out today. Like you look like you're just
long weekend, man.
It just looks like just
snoozing, man.
He's just not. It just looks like he's like. He just look kind of a look on the face, like he's just like.
I went to bed at like 9 o'clock. I called myself. I'm gonna watch some of this AEW pay-per-view. I went to bed at like 9 and woke up at 1 in the morning. Was up from like 1 until like 4. Went back to sleep for a couple hours. Man, I'm just off.
Well,
hey, man, come on. Quit making excuses, dang it. We're taking this a team. Hey, come on.
Execute.
Hey, come on now. I'm in favor of my execution. No, but seriously.
Get your fluids.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Get your vitamins.
I'm good.
Get your proper sleep.
Take care of your mentals. Take care of your chicken. Take care of your mentals. Everybody knows that. Come on.
Chicken with a chicken.
Exactly. That sounds good right now.
Bring the ambulance.
Well, same for you.
Ambulance.
Same for you. We're down to our last one.
All right.
For week 1.
No, I'm not. I don't. You're doing a great job, Zach.
Yeah,
no. Don't take my look of this interest. And then why are we pandering to the 2 or 3 people that are watching on the video anyway? No one knows what I look like. Why even bringing that up, man?
Because it's funny. Because it makes me laugh. It ain't for them. It's for me.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, Zach. I don't want you to take my condition into
No, it's all right. It's all right. We was down to our last one anyway.
I haven't had breakfast.
Look on your face was so just disdainful.
I ain't ate, man.
It was hilarious.
My food tastes like it had old grease this morning, so I threw them all the breakfast away. I'm in a bad place right now, bro. I'll be all right, though.
Yes, it's so funny. All right, anyway. All right. With Zach.
This is our last one. This is Rutgers getting a W against Temple.
Rutgers.
And Greg Schiano and the Rutgers. The Rutgers, was it? They're the Knights.
Could have been Tennessee coach.
Could have been Tennessee, but
Scarlet Knights. That's right.
The Scarlet Knights. Red Knights. I was going to say Red Knights.
Red Knights, well, kind of.
Same family. Close enough.
Similar.
So they asked him about his return to the football field, to Rutgers, and playing at the home base.
Really good, really cool. I'll tell you now, I thought we were in big trouble. We come down and you hear the music playing, and then I'm going to lead my team out of the tunnel, and I veer hard right to go to the bench, and I face plant over the top of a TV. One of the TV guys. I said, "Oh, this is great. This is a great start to the day. This is going to be beautiful." But that was the low point of the day, so that was good. But really, all kidding aside, it was really super. And I'm so proud of our student section. You know, they say students won't come early in the morning, students won't come at noon. Well, I was pretty darn impressed by our students. They did a heck of a job. They were loud. It was great energy, great excitement. And, to all our fans, really. Right? I mean, think about what this area, this state and this area just went through. And to have that kind of crowd, it's a testament to the fan base we have and to what we have to look forward to, moving forward. So,
man, legendary Rutgers fan base. That's what it's all about right there. I mean, everybody knows.
You got to give credit to the student section.
When you hear Rutgers, you think, man, incredible fan base. You think just an overwhelming atmosphere. Just
so
brutal,
hard.
just tough to deal with. Oh,
so
man.
hard to get up in the morning.
Opposing teams just hate to get in there. And
Can I throw
take
something
on
out
that.
there? How do y'all feel about the fans and COVID and all that type of? Because I'm like unbothered by this.
How do I feel about the fans and COVID? I hope they don't get
like
it.
when you know what I'm saying? Like you cut on TV and you see these oceans of fans again, and it's
Right.
like, okay,
Yeah.
like that doesn't bother me at all. But that would have had me like, oh my god.
Well, you know why though, right?
I'm at the point where people just do what they want to do. Like
No. I mean that could be, but I mean,
I'm not
these
saying
are
that's
like
what we
for
should do, but I'm just saying this is
for
where
example,
we are.
no, but it's different though because number one, I'm speaking for certain institutions, but Virginia Tech, a lot of people talk about like that on Friday night their inner Sandman entrance and the whole crowd's going crazy and all that stuff.
Oh,
or
it's
Wisconsin, they do all that stuff. But do you understand that to get to Virginia Tech, to go there right now, you have to be vaccinated. If you are a student, you have to be vaccinated. They kicked 138 people out of school because they weren't vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
So those people are all vaccinated in the stands. Every single one of them is vaccinated. So I have absolutely no trouble with them doing that as vaccinated people. That's why we get vaccinated. That's the whole point.
So
that's the great thing about
the
it.
video that's going around in North Carolina, Virginia Tech. Those people are
those people are all vaccinated. They're all, or the vast majority of them are. The student section and all that stuff. To go to that school, you have to be vaccinated.
Yes, a good
they
point.
are. Anyone else that goes there is not So I don't have People need to understand there's a lot of people out there who are just I can't. COVID's winning again. Man, y'all got to get out of your own heads on this stuff. I don't want to keep spreading COVID, but I also don't want to just yuck people's yum. I don't want people are having a good time, man. That's the whole point of getting vaccinated is to try to get back to normal. And all these folks did it. Those folks all did it. They did what they were supposed to do. So go out there and enjoy.
So they
You're
had stuff for
outside.
the fans too, like regular fans walking in. They had to be vaccinated.
I don't know what their whole situation is with vaccination, but I know that the vast majority of the people in that stadium were vaccinated. And Virginia Tech has been one of the leading institutions when it comes to research and development on COVID, on ventilation issues, things like that. As a technical university, they've been really ahead of it. So I give them a pass on all that stuff. This is not the same thing as going to a indoor concert where half people aren't vaccinated and what. It's not the same thing as that. Or a church service where people were the guys in front saying, "No, they don't need the vaccine. Just listen to God." No, this isn't that. This isn't that. This ain't that.
Yeah,
This ain't
I'm
that.
glad you cleared that up for me. I mean, because I'm fine either way. Because I'm like, man, whatever. Like at this point, whatever. But the guy who said it, the guy who's posting, looking on Facebook, I know I might be wrong, and if I am, I apologize. But I believe he's an anti-vax guy. So it just kind of hits different when I hear anti-vax people saying, man, ain't nobody even got a mask on. I'm like, bro, go get a vaccine. Like I don't need you to tell nobody what they need to be doing. Like, bro. But anyway, hey, everything is back, bro. If people think they're about to start shutting stuff down, like that ain't happening. School might get shut down, but like stuff like this, FedEx Forum gonna be wide open. Like everything is back, bro, for sure. Like I don't see it going back to limited or shut down. I don't see none of that happen. Restaurants, all of that.
Again, I want it to be the thing that it needs to be. Everything is contextual, man. Everything is different. So, for example, how many unvaccinated people are there versus how many vaccinated people are there? What is the type of environment? Is it outdoors? Is it indoors? If it's indoors, how much ventilation is there? Are they moving the air? Are you at Costco where it's like a giant warehouse and there's all kinds of air moving around? Or are you in a small building where no one's moving the air around and it's one small room? These things all matter before you can feel comfortable doing anything. Certain restaurants, man, I've been out to a restaurant and sit down and it's basically like being outside because they keep the door open and the air is moving through. Okay, that's different than going to a restaurant and they shut the door and everything's closed in and they hadn't replaced the air filter in 10 years and that's a different thing. So I don't know, man. But what I don't want is for people. There's some people out there who I think because of whether they are dealing with anxiety or whether they something happened to them or some kind of issue, they're not comfortable with getting past the pandemic or getting past certain parts of the pandemic. And so they're really comfortable kind of wallowing in some of the more miserable aspects of it. And I don't want to be that type of person either. Like you have to, there's definitely
we got to
things we
move
need
past
to do
it.
to take care of our kids, especially. I mean, my God, give them a chance.
Right.
And Lord knows I've talked about that enough. But I had no issue whatsoever with these stands being full, especially because the majority of them, and in many cases, the vast majority of folks are vaccinated. Now we'll see, what happens as a result. We'll see if there is a spike. But generally speaking, outdoor activities are better than indoor activities, and there's at least amongst the students and everybody there's a significant amount of vaccinations. So that part I'm happy with. Now, again, we'll see. If in a week or two you see some massive increases and some issues and stuff, then we'll know that was a real bad idea. But that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it's just the optics of it. A lot of people just aren't ready for, even without those facts. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I watch a wrestling pay-per-view or whatever, it's like, man, like we're back to this. Like it was, like it wasn't gradual, man. It just went from nothing to 100%. I mean, so it's wild. It's wild to see you still. I get it, and I don't know if I'm going through COVID fatigue or whatever, but I'm like, man, look, if y'all gonna be hard-headed, just be hard-headed, whatever.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. Like looking at the video of Wisconsin and their intro and Virginia Tech and their Sandman intro, like it's just like I got goosebumps like watching that. Like just the whole idea. Like my appreciation for college football wasn't really there for most people,
right?
Until like now.
I'm glad to see this stuff back, man.
So
I'm glad to see it.
Well, I just feel like, I don't know, man. It's really nice for it to be back, and it's a really nice. It's not under these circumstances. It's not ideal, but it is nice to see it, and you appreciate it more and more, because of what's been taken away, and in particular college football, because we talked about it last year. College football is the biggest sport when it comes to fan pageantry and involvement, and the fans elevating the level of play by just their presence and by the marching bands and the chants and all that stuff, man. The fans make a huge difference. And you saw North Carolina, they struggled with the home field advantage. They struggled. Virginia Tech, that was a real road game for North Carolina, and they struggled with it. A lot of these teams going on the road to face a real home field advantage, it made a difference this week. And so that's a big LSU, making the trip all the way out to UCLA and getting popped.
It's just so wild seeing college football go from playing in front of cardboard cutouts last year to literally seeing back to normal. It's in just a year's time. It's so wild. But yeah, be safe, be careful, do what you think is best for you, man. Because those people who get up going to games, they're doing whatever they feel like. They're not being forced to go there. They're actually paying money to go there. So they're doing what they feel like is within their comfort level, with the education and knowledge is had it. Because COVID's been around for coming up on 2 years, so you know what I mean. So
well, again, I appreciate
there's a lot of
the
education
fact that and I appreciate the fact that like LSU, for example, they're going to require everyone be vaccinated or have a negative COVID test within 72 hours of going. That's fantastic. I saw Dave Chappelle's show. He's requiring people to have a negative COVID test even if you're vaccinated,
right?
Within 48 hours of the show. So there's different people who are handling it different ways and all that stuff, and different people have comfort level with what they're going to do. I'm not comfortable yet doing all that stuff, but some people might be, and that's okay. That's up to you, as long as you're handling it.
And point blank, man, there's a lot of people that are vaccinated. It's a relatively safe place to be. That's just what it is. It's not the same as piling up that many people in even with a mask on this time last year. The fact that the vaccination is here, the chances of people catching COVID are lessened, even in those big environments where it's a bunch of people there. It's not like looking at that last year, not like at the Sturgis truck rally or whatever it was they had. It's not the same thing because if you got the majority of those people are vaccinated, you're playing. It's a totally different ball game, totally different situation. Period.
Well, and again, it just continues to be, and like I'm just so blown away by the selfishness of so many of these quarterbacks that refuse to get vaccinated, and it's just selfish. And people. Carson Wentz is the latest one.
He's about to go there. Zach, get your music ready. Got to get him out.
It's just
I can't stop him. Zach. Reel him in.
We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break. I'm in favor of his execution. I tell you that.
He was getting ready to go there, Zach. I had to reel him in. Play the music.
We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break. We'll come back. Hey, when we come back, I'm gonna get into it though. Hour number 2. Here we go. Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 98.5.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy take you through lunch from 10 to 1 weekdays. Only on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
It's finally time to get out of the house. So make sure you stop by Family Leisure with great prices on in-stock and incoming products. Keep the kids active with play gyms, in stock, ready for delivery. And by the way, installation from the pros, I always recommend that. Markdowns on remaining game room products and those beautiful massage chairs. And the hot tubs, they're going fast. Get out of the house and get to Family Leisure. Wooden Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. When was the last time you had your air conditioning system tuned up? What about your heating system safety check? Good news, you can get them both at the same time this month. Call Conway Services for our 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your air conditioning system for only $69. We'll remove years of dirt, grime, and leaves from your air conditioning system. It's like taking your air conditioner to a car wash, all for only $69. And we'll include a heating system safety check at no charge. That's right, Conway Services 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your air conditioning system, and we'll include a heating system safety check at no charge, making sure you're ready for those cold winter nights. If that's not enough, we'll include a carbon monoxide test, all for only $69. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, electric service company this week, and we'll perform your super tune-up for only $57 with a free heating system safety check.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
The 34th Annual Memphis Chevy Show, presented by T-Mobile, makes its return to the Memphis International Raceway September 10th and 11th. The premier destination for all things Chevrolet features multiple classes of drag racing, an automotive swap meet, jet dragsters, and more. Get your vehicle registered and enter in a professionally judged car show, or just put it on display. You can also just sit back and enjoy the show. Tickets are now on sale online at just $20 for Friday and $25 for Saturday. Don't miss out on the largest car show in the Mid-South. Go to racemir.com for more information.
Hotty Toddy Ole Miss.
Boom! That's a way to start it. Wide open down the seam. Caught. Touchdown. Caught at the 20 by Braylon Sanders. He trots into the end zone. Touchdown. We run the ship. Ed Corral is on a roll. He's got it to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Lane Kiffin throws his clipboard.
Monday, Ole Miss battles Louisville and Atlanta. Kickoff at 7 with pregame coverage starting at 5 on your home for the Rebels.
Catch Ole Miss Rebels football right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Place in the chart, so run away from your heart. Gave this music my all, nothing is sacred no more. I'm wrong, but I'm promising you better though. Your friends saying let them go.
It's Frank Bonner's
and
playlist.
We ain't getting any younger. I can
Frank
give them now, but I can
Frank
promise you
Bonner.
forever though.
I mean, Carson Wentz. Come on, guys.
No Frank Bonner.
Hit my
Is Frank from here?
No.
No.
Oh, I ain't taking these down. He'll be all right. Yeah. When he come on?
9.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's good. Man, I try to be nice. I mean, I'm just, I play this series, bro. Like for real.
Okay. Well, you talk to him about it.
Where's he from?
Man, come on, man.
We should ask him when he come on.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't.
I'm supportive of his brother, man. It's a brother.
Why are you asking Zach? I don't know. He doesn't know.
My boy, no Frank Bonner. Let me look him up. Hold on. Now I'm making this man like he a producer.
It's like, this a good one.
Oh, man.
Hey, as long as he's not some snobby, like anti-Memphis dude like Kari, I can get with that brother. Because Kari thinks he's like in hell being in Memphis. Man, y'all know Kari gonna get out of Memphis so fast if he get an offer. Y'all know that. Come on, quit playing with me, man.
You sound like Funkmaster Flex though when you say that.
Well, I said no Frank Bonner. Let me see where my boy is from.
Funk Flex. All right. While you look that up, I'll tell you about what's going on over at our friends at FanDuel Sportsbook. FanDuel Sportsbook's got you covered, and I hope you were on this weekend. A lot of folks jumping in this weekend, and rightly so. We're able to get themselves a little something special, and I certainly was amongst them. Had some nice victories. I had one or two L's that I took, but you know what? Because they had some great boosts and some great insurance, I was able to take a full risk-free bet, which was absolutely fantastic. And it's one thing that they do for their customers, and they'll continue to do it for you. Plus, guess what? This week is the first week of professional football, baby. The NFL is back, and that means that you have an opportunity to make something pretty special indeed. All right, so now all you've got to do, if you want to join in FanDuel Sportsbook, claim that risk-free bet. Sign up now with promo code BIGHEAD, and you can also receive a risk-free bet up to $1,000 using promo code BIGHEAD. That's for new users. But guess what? New and existing users, all customers. That means me, you, everybody else gets a risk-free bet just in time for week 1 of the NFL season. So you can take a big old swing at it if you want. If you want to take that big old swing at it and say, look, I'm gonna get this thing going, hey, no problem right now. For example, give me Tampa Bay minus the points on Thursday against the Cowboys. Because, come on now. Come on.
Don't do it.
You know I love to bet against the Cowboys. You know I love
easy
to bet
money.
Don't do it.
Easy money. I mean, Tom Brady, come on. They're going to win that by 2 touchdowns easily, maybe more. But here's the great thing. You get a risk-free bet just in time for week 1 of that. Any week 1 bet, you can use FanDuel Sportsbook to get that risk-free bet. You can even do a same-game parlay bet if you want to prop bet, all kinds of different things going on. Again, sign up with promo code BIGHEAD. You can also, if you're the very first time to use it, sign up with promo code BIGHEAD, and you get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. You must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789. So, yeah, it's happening. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening.
Hey, it's going down. Hey, I'm in love, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I lost in my parlay this weekend. But I'm becoming, the gambling man, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I kind of see how to bet college football now. Just give me a good 3, 4, 5 game parlay. Like, where stuff kind of makes sense either way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. I'm about to get rich quick out here for sure.
You can make it work. Sometimes it's a little harder than you might have thought. Sometimes sometimes things trip you up a little bit. We're gonna go through the whole scoreboard coming up in hour number 3. And again tonight, remember, Ole Miss and Louisville. Ole Miss a 9.5-point favorite. No Lane Kiffin for Ole Miss tonight as they take on Louisville as he's dealing with the effects of COVID. He's fully vaccinated. He's doing fine, but he cannot be part of that whole thing. So there you go. Shout out to Washington, the University of Washington. Oh, my Lord, losing to Montana. Montana.
The Grizzlies of Montana.
Goodness gracious. Montana.
Just sorry.
Holy. Again, another terrible offensive performance right there. Brutal.
Brutal stuff. We're going to talk about
The
Tulane.
head coach is black for
Brand new offensive coordinator. Just, yeah.
We're going to talk about Tulane.
Yeah, man, we're going to talk about Tulane. Tulane with A. They could have done even better. They could have, maybe even should have won that game. A couple of major mistakes that gave Oklahoma some points throughout, and then they ended up, having an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Get an onside kick, had the ball, 2 minutes left. Right there. I know. But hey, it was one of the better performances, and it saved a little bacon from the AAC in what was
rough weekend.
Certainly a questionable Thursday for sure.
Rough weekend for Conference US AAC.
Ooh. Shout out to Iowa. Iowa tatered Indiana. Iowa might be a national championship contender.
Oh, Tom Allen's my guy, man.
Yeah, well, Tom Allen. Yeesh. And somebody on Indiana's team misspelled the name was misspelled on their jersey, so they spelled it Inda-Nana.
Yeah.
So they had the state spelled wrong on their jersey. So
it's some long hours, man. I understand. I get it.
That's not good. Come on, guys. Let's get that together. All right, hour number 3 on the way, presented by Acura of Memphis. And when we get there, we're going to talk to Frank Bonner, and Sane is going to rake him over the coals for his playlist.
Yeah, I got to. I'm going to have to do it, man, just to kick it off. But you know me, whenever I meet somebody new, if I like him, I'm going to give him the third degree like that, just to show him my food will. Blessing them into the city,
Well, there you go. Blessings are coming. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies. We will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Five-Ash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing is what we do. We're here for you.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli, with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Gaston for FanDuel. The NFL is back, and FanDuel Sportsbook is celebrating with 40-1 odds on any Week 1 game. Who doesn't want to win $200 on a $5 bet? New customers get 40-1 odds when you place your first bet. FanDuel is sports betting made simple. Plus, when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 24 hours. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Just sign it with promo code GASMAN, and you can win $200 on a $5 bet. Exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. You must be 21 or over and present in Tennessee. New users only. $10 first deposit is required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $200. Bonus for Tennessee users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours. Tennessee site credit expires 14 days after receipt. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Restrictions do apply. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline at 1-800-889-9789.
Hi, I'm Tito Beveridge, founder and master distiller at Tito's Handmade Vodka. In 1997, I started the first micro distillery in the state of Texas with my dog, Dog Joe, at my side. We're still working with dogs out at the distillery after all these years. Learn more about how dogs are a part of life here at Tito's Handmade Vodka at vodkafordogpeople.com. Tito's Handmade Vodka is made from corn and naturally gluten-free. Cheers. 80 proof Tito's Handmade Vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. Tito'sVodka.com.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
So far, no new accidents to report. Nothing to report as far as delays and accidents. So we should be good to go for this morning. Like I said, no new accidents to report on this Labor Day weekend. So let's keep it that way. And let's keep it moving. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Okay, now I'm assuming it's from California. Because there's no other reason you could pick this song to be in your Tupac playlist. Anyway, all right. Bring them on. Bring them out here.
Let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West.
I'm telling you, nuts. When you look back at it, bro, Dr. Dre was one of the worst rappers of all time.
One of the worst. One of the worst rappers. Terrible.
Ever.
Great producer. Amazing producer. Terrible rapper.
Without a doubt.
After,
Bring him on.
I mean, I don't know. Early days, NWA stuff. Like, I mean, but I don't know. After early '90s, I think he just gave up.
Imagine NWA's history.
Like the Chronic, Chronic was iconic in its own way.
Oh yeah, but it was so much Snoop Dogg in that album.
Well, Snoop, I don't know. I was never a huge fan of Dre's to begin with, but I have to give him his credit. I mean, he was amazing.
Making music, yeah. Period.
And making music certainly, but also, I mean, but I mean, like I said, the Chronic was. Come on, man, that was. I agree. There's a lot of Snoop on there.
Yeah.
A lot of Snoop.
It was basically a Snoop Dogg album, just to be told. But
it's pretty amazing, though.
This is for the G's. Anyway. Bring on Frank Bonner, man.
All right. Let me ride. Come on, there's some good stuff there. Hour number 3 is here, presented by Acura of Memphis. I am Peter. He is Anthony. That's Zach producing the program. It is Labor Day. I hope you're having fun doing whatever it is that you're doing. Hopefully it's not working. Some of you are working, and shout out to those of you that are. If you're not, I hope you're having fun doing whatever it is that you're doing instead of working. We're working, and so is our guest, Frank Bonner, the Daily Memphian, who was kind enough to not only give us some of his time, but also give us a playlist that Anthony Sane has been ripping to shreds throughout the morning. Frank Bonner, good morning, and I hope you're ready for this.
Yeah. I'm here for it. So,
Frank, what's going on, brother?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Wakanda forever! We in this joint. What's up, bro?
We good. We good.
Like, we in here, man.
Hey man, I watched that last night with my son. As a matter of
Watch
fact.
the what? Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Oh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hey, Frank, real talk is good to have another brother in the city getting paid, getting a check for doing what we do. I'm happy to have you here, man. I don't want you to think because I think your playlist is trash. Is any indictment against you? I'm glad to have you here, bro.
Well, look. So
I mean, it's kind of an
he
indictment
told me
against
to send
him, to be honest with you. Yeah. I mean,
He told me to send him a list of songs. I just sent him a list of songs.
See, now you're trying to downplay it like he just, I just threw out a hot, little lazy 8. It went there. No, I don't want to hear that, man. We don't want to hear that.
hey, I gave him a list of songs that I like. I said, you know what, I like all these, and I said, you know what, I can't give him a list of songs without throwing a Temptation song on there.
Yeah, I got you.
Not saying I listen to those in the playlist, but those are the songs that represent me well.
All right. So where do you call home? Where are you from, Frank?
Indiana.
Okay. I'm with you. So tell us more about your path of what led you to Memphis and what you think about the city of Memphis so far. Anytime a new media member comes to town, those are the questions I want to know. Like, what do you think about the town that we call home?
Yeah, so I guess what led me this way is, I was in Indiana. I went to school at Indiana University. Then I covered high school sports in Columbus, Indiana for 2 years, and then went back to grad school at IUPUI, and then got the job over in Tulsa covering Oklahoma State sports for 2 years.
Okay.
And then I got this job, and we like it here in Memphis so far. It's a lot to do here.
When you say you're married?
Yeah, my fiance and my stepson. So we're all here.
Oh, nice.
And so,
okay.
Yeah.
The Bonner family.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm a Joseph dad myself. I don't like calling myself a stepdad. I call myself a Joseph dad. So, shout out.
Yeah, there we go. See, there we go.
I'm with you, fam. Go ahead.
But yeah, so we like it out here. A lot to do. We just our anniversary was Saturday. We celebrated it on Friday because of college football. So we went toward the Old Dominican Distillery, hung out on Beale Street. So we got to see a little bit of Memphis there. We been to Shelby Farm. So I think we're gonna like it here.
Good.
Yeah, I think, man, you embrace the town, and folks will be happy to embrace you back.
Yep.
There's no problem with that. If you get on Anthony Saint's wrong side, then that's it. He'll be.
Ask Carter Thompson.
He's never gonna leave you alone. So, just hope that goes okay for you.
Oh yeah.
But otherwise, that's good. So when you decided to come to Memphis, did you talk to anyone? Did you have some tips? Did anyone give you any advice? What did folks tell you about coming here? Like, you got to do this, you got to do that?
Yeah, well, for one, a lot of people have kind of said the same thing about embracing Memphis. They were like, if you embrace the city embrace you back. So I did hear that a lot. And then, obviously, folks are giving me food suggestions and all that. And then,
they probably tell you a bunch of wrong stuff, bro. They're going to let you know that right now. But anyway, go ahead.
I got a friend of mine, Michael Cole, who's over at the Philadelphia Inquirer. He's from Memphis, so I called him up just to ask him about some areas, my stepson and stuff. So, we reached out to a couple people we know, and my fiance, her sister lives here. So we were just kind of chatting with a couple of people up when we realized we were coming here.
So you got some tips, like you know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Did they tell you what not to do? Did they say you can't do this in Memphis? Like, what's this? Just don't go here.
You mean like in places or areas?
Yeah, like just like things like something you don't want to do in Memphis. Was there any don't do? I've heard the do's. Was there any don't do's in Memphis?
No, when we were down here visiting, we were talking to a local, and he told us some areas not to areas to stay away from and so on. But other than that, no, we haven't heard any don't do's. I was told to remember that Memphis is more than just Beale Street, so I was told not to think Beale Street is all of Memphis. There's a lot more to do than that. So.
Yeah. Thank the Lord for that, because that's definitely true. I think most Memphians, I don't know if you're from here, I doubt you spend a whole lot of time on Beale Street. You might be down there every now and then, but I doubt you spend tons and tons of time down on Beale Street. So what have you made so far of the University of Memphis football team? The matchup with Nichols, not really not a challenging one per se, But with the all of a sudden the arrival of Seth Hennigan on the scene because of Grant Gunnell's inability to go and looking pretty good in the process, kind of an exciting start in that sense for the University of Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, Nicholls State, you know, they're not in Alabama or anything like that, so they did what they were supposed to do. But if you're a Memphis fan, you're excited about the run game. They were looking for basically a featured back who was going to be their top guy, and it looks like they found it in Brandon Thomas. So you're excited about that. Seth Hennigan looks really good. I know it's just one game, but you know he looks like he can have a promising season. And the exciting thing about that is, you know, when Grant Gunnell gets healthy, the only way that Grant Gunnell is going to be the starting quarterback is if he outplays Seth Hennigan. So if Grant Gunnell becomes the starter, that means he's got to be even better than what you saw on Saturday. So, you know, either way, you presume that you're in a good position. So there's a lot for Memphis fans to be excited about right now, and we'll see if that stuff keeps up. And defense, you know, that opening drive, you know, Nicholls State kind of punched them in the mouth a little bit. And then, you know, you want to see how do they respond after getting scored on like that, and the defense respond pretty well. So you like to see that also.
When you spoke about Grant Gunnell and his injury, what exactly is going on with that, and how far do you think he is away from being available to even play at all?
Well, see, that's fun. It was kind of a funny ordeal because he asked Silverfield that leading up to the game, and he said that Gunnell was a full go. And then we get there in warm-ups, and Gunnell's not even in pads. So we were like, wait, what's going on here? And after the game, Silverfield said it's going to be at least a couple of weeks before Gunnell is ready to play. And so I don't think that Gunnell is going to be ready by Mississippi State. I think Seth Hennigan is going to be the starter at least until, you know, the Mississippi State game, because it sounds like it's going to be a few weeks until Gunnell gets back. Silverfield said they sent him to see a doctor at some point in the week. And so whatever he's dealing with, it seems to be a little bit more severe than what was led on, in my opinion.
So what's the value of that? I'm glad that you mentioned that, Frank, because I'm very confused about the situation. Like, you know, going into the week, they were listed, quarterbacks were listed as or, so it was, you know, either Grant Gunnell or Seth Hennigan. Okay, fine, that happens. But this injury seems to be bad enough to where it was no shock, and I think Hennigan said something about like being told Wednesday that he was going to be the starter. And you know, why do you waste this kind of like subterfuge on Nicholls? Like who cares? Like if Nicholls knows you're starting quarterback, so what? Like are you that worried about Nicholls that you're trying to kind of like pull a fast one and like say, oh, let me just kind of keep this under wraps for a little while? That didn't make a lot of sense to me.
You know, when I'm trying to wrap my head around it, you know, I was thinking about that, you know, after the game and so on, and what I came up with is maybe he was doing it to protect his freshman quarterback. And so if you can keep Nicholls on their toes for as long as you can about which quarterback they're going to use, then maybe when you put your freshman in there, they didn't get a chance to game plan for him as much as they would have if you had let the cat out of the bag earlier. And so maybe he did it to where his freshman quarterback could be set up to have the most success in that game. I don't know. Because if you have less time to game plan for him, then, you know, you don't know his strengths and weaknesses. You know, I mean, you don't have any college tape to go off of for him anyway. But I think it was more trying to protect his freshman quarterback and giving him as much time to not be prepared for is what I'm thinking.
Because I mean, you've got Arkansas State coming up, and Arkansas State's clearly a much bigger challenge than Nicholls would have been, and they are now fully prepared for, you know, Seth Hennigan. They're going to have plenty of tape on him at that point. So I think it's pretty limited value in terms of, you know, catching. Yeah, okay, yeah, you caught Nicholls off guard a little bit. All right, well, yay. Like you're supposed to beat them even if you fax them a copy of your game plan. You're supposed to beat them. So I don't know. That was strange to me. Maybe you're right. Maybe he's trying to help him out there, but that was a little odd to me.
I was kind of thinking the same thing though, as far as him, because I was like, well, I think they've known all this week that he was going to play, but you kind of want to take the pressure off of that particular kid, especially on opening game, because now that he's got a game under his belt, you got a different level of confidence going into that Arkansas State game. Like, I've done this, I've seen it, so that may have played into it as well. But Frank, another thing I had as far as football is concerned, the running back situation. What do you think about what we saw from the run game this Saturday?
Yeah, and like you said, it's Nickel State, so you gotta you gotta temper some of the expectations a bit. But I think the running game, they did as well as they could have. I mean, during the entire fall camp, players and coaches were high on Brandon Thomas, and then for him to come out and show why the coaching staff was high on him, I think was big, because coming into this year, a lot of during a lot of the availability for fall camp, they all mentioned how the running game kind of disappointed last year, and they wanted to make that a point of emphasis this year. So to start the season rushing for 322 yards, I mean, that's the way to go. Now we have to see if they can keep that up. But as well as Brandon Thomas was, other running backs still got to get their touches, which I think is important.
Well, and that's the thing. You know that typically you see a platoon sort of situation with the run game. That's not unusual at all for Memphis or for most teams nowadays. So when you look around the rest of the league at this point, Frank, is it some encouragement from Memphis to see that there were a lot of struggles from a lot of teams? Now, I mean, Cincinnati kind of looked like you would expect them to look. They looked terrific. Tulane was probably way ahead of what you would have expected against Oklahoma, and really had a chance to shock the Sooners in that game. There were a few teams, and UCF ultimately ended up looking. I think you'll consider that a strong performance, even if it was a little bit dicey at points. But looking around the rest of the league, do you think that Memphis should have a little more confidence about where they're going to finish? Because I think there were some teams that didn't necessarily cover themselves in glory.
Yeah, and I think if you're Memphis, it's a good mix, right? Because you want some teams make sure some teams in your conference perform well, to where you can have a schedule that you can be proud of in terms of the games you do win. But looking at some of the teams that didn't perform well, Memphis is probably like, some doors are open for us to finish higher than what people think we may. They were, preseason voted at 5th. And if you're Memphis, you're like, we can, looking around the conference, we can get in that top 3. And so I do think Memphis should have a lot of confidence looking after the first week. Now, we all know college football can flip on a dime week to week. One team looks bad one week, they look great the next, and so we'll have to see how it plays out. But looking at what Memphis was able to do compared to some of the other teams in the conference, they should feel like they're in a good position to have a quality year this year.
How do you think the quarterback situation is going to play out by the time everything is said and done? Once Gunnar is recovered from his injury, whenever that is, once Seth Hennigan gets going or whatever, gets further up to speed, coming along as a freshman quarterback, how do you think it will play out? Who do you think will be the starting quarterback by the end of the season?
To be honest with you, man, I think it's Seth Hennigan, unless he just wedge the bed in one of these games or starts to go on a downhill. I think looking at the performance that he had on Saturday, and then he's going to get Arkansas State and probably most likely Mississippi State, the starting job is going to be his to lose by the time Gunnell is back. And so if he doesn't lose it, then he's going to remain the starter. And so I think, and then by that time, the offense is going to have more chemistry with Seth. And so I think unless he just has back-to-back games where he crumbles, I think Seth's going to end up being the guy by the end of the season.
Certainly looks that way as well. A couple other names that I thought were notable, and you had alluded to this. It was a very strange situation. Joe Doyle, who came from the University of Tennessee, and his name always just makes me think of Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and O'Doyle rules, Joe Doyle rules. He came to Memphis as a punter, but ended up being a place kicker and kicked 5 field goals in this game without a single punt. First time in almost 5 years Memphis hadn't punted in a game. That was a little bit of a shocker.
Yeah, right. your goals. He can kick field goals and he can punt. He said he hadn't kicked field goals in the game for 4 years, and so he didn't look rusty at all. I thought it was a ha moment to see a punter kick 5 field goals and knock them all down and not kick 1 punt. I mean, if you're him, it shows that, hey, I'm a versatile kicker. I can kick field goals, kick punt, whatever you need. And so I think it's good for him to show that he's got some versatility. I'm sure if you ask him, he'd still prefer to punt over field goals, but he did all right. And I mean, his longest field goal was 38-yarder, so it wasn't like he was out there kicking 50 yards. So that let him be more comfortable in the field goal kicking because some of them were shorter field goals. But he looked good out there.
I like the fact that you see a guy that's versatile like that. I always wonder why we can't get our punters and our kickers the same guy. I don't know. It feels like kicking. You should be able to just modify that. I don't know. I'm sure I'm oversimplifying things, but it feels like that's something that you should be able to do. Also, everyone talks about Calvin Austin and rightly so. Javon Ivory, nice performance from him as well, though. And for Seth Hennigan throwing the ball, there are some weapons out there on the edges.
Yeah, and he looked good. And him, and this is why I think, going back to the who's going to be the starter. I mean, him and Seth looked like they had some chemistry going there, right? You don't want to mess that up. And everybody expected Javon to be the number 2 guy behind Calvin. And everybody talked about during fall camp that he's got a more leadership role, but he looked good. And if you can get that amount of production out of him every game on top of what Calvin Austin can do, you can really put the pressure on defenses. And I think having him there probably helps Seth get more comfortable. And so I like that chemistry that they had going on. And, he makes some impressive grabs. And so I think offensively, like what you saw from the passing game and the running game. And so they look like they're in pretty good shape with both those receivers out there.
Memphis picked up a commitment and Destin Thomas over the weekend. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, so I've been right when I got here, I was looking up some of the commits and everything. With him being a receiver and defensive back, that gives college program the autonomy to move him on either side of the ball. And I think that's good when you got high school athletes coming out. If they're comfortable playing both sides of the ball, and you put them on both sides of the ball in practice or so on, you can find what their best fit is and how they can best fit your team. And we see that Gabriel Rogers, right? They move Gabriel Rogers around a lot now. He's playing receiver. And so getting an athlete like that, I think it's always beneficial for a college program who can play both sides of the ball because they know both sides of the ball. So no matter which side you put them, they know how the other side is going to react because they've been there before. And so I think that's one of the biggest things about him.
It's good to have you. Good to have you in town. Good to have you and your fiance, your son. Welcome to town. Hope you guys enjoy it. Looking forward to getting a chance to hang out in a non-radio environment with you guys and show you around a little bit. So congratulations, thanks, and don't let Sane bust your balls too much.
Oh, you good, brother? I promise you good with me.
Don't go into my playlist too much. I know y'all probably already grilled me already.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. That's just part of. That's just that's part of getting hazed in a little bit. So that's part of it.
I'm all for it. I appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah, man, for sure.
All right, thanks, Frank. Appreciate it. Good to have you here. He is Frank Bonner, the brand new Tiger football beat writer for the Daily Memphian, and a nice guy. And Sane, in spite of Sane's best efforts, he seems to still like Memphis and what's happening here. So
I
have to work harder. You'll have to work harder. All right. When we come back, we'll continue to do a little recap around the SEC and around the AAC as well from what happened over the weekend. Real Sports Star Sports 56 98.5.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world at sports56whbq.com or on the Sports 56 app.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
It's finally time to get out of the house. So make sure you stop by Family Leisure with great prices on in-stock and incoming products. Keep the kids active with play gyms, in stock, ready for delivery. And by the way, installation from the pros, I always recommend that. Markdowns on remaining game room products and those beautiful massage chairs. And the hot tubs, they're going fast. Get out of the house and get to Family Leisure. Wooden Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
I know the sweetest thing in Memphis, and I know it's been around for 115 years. You know, I'm talking about Dinstall's, and it's time to stock up heavy on Cashew Crunch, Heavenly Crunch, Turtlettes, all of your favorite Dinstall's treats. So easy to get. The sweetest thing in Memphis, all you have to do is head to Laurelwood or head to Germantown and Poplar right across from the hospital, or go where they make the candies. That's on Pleasant View. There's nothing that says Memphis better than Cashew Crunch with that little tinge of coconut, or the Turtlettes. Let's face it, there's nothing better than Dinstall's chocolate. That's the mainstay of all candies, isn't it? Milk chocolate, although their dark chocolate is pretty darn good. And if you get the peppermint with the dark chocolate and put it in the freezer, you're going to love it. So many ways to love Dinstall's. Stock up heavy on all of your favorite Dinstall's treats. 115 years of making Memphis oh so sweet.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
I can turn the gray sky blue. I can make it rain whenever I wanted to. Oh, I can build a castle from a single grain of sand. I can build a castle from a single grain of sand. But my life is incomplete.
That's fun right there. Love it.
Can't get next to
you, baby. Can't get next to you, baby. Come on.
All right.
What's up?
Making it,
What's
bro.
up, everybody?
We making it.
What's up, everybody?
Getting you through your Labor Day.
Come on now. We're doing the best that we can here. This is absolutely what a weekend it has been. It continues for some of you guys. It's not a lot of you guys are not going to work today. And God bless you if you're not. Maybe you're going to grill out, do some stuff like that. Man, that sounds like a lot of fun. And I encourage you to do just that. Anthony, say, did you you said you were watching the All Out pay-per-view last night? Did you check it out? Did you?
I wanted to watch All Out pay-per-view, but I think I immediately
didn't actually
fell
watch
asleep. Yeah, I think I called myself going to lay in my bed and watch it on my iPad, and I got to doing something else and fell asleep. But I heard it was a good one. I'm not going to even talk about it until Thursday.
Yeah, I heard it was excellent. So
I've got a real question to ask about that too, man. I got a serious.
I watched a little bit of it myself. So I watched. I did catch that tag team match was incredible. I caught most of that. It was the Young Bucks and
Jungle Boy and
Penta. Yeah.
No, what's his name? Luchasaurus.
Yeah, Luchasaurus. Yeah, it was incredible.
That dude's mask is dope too, man.
Man, they did this like flip out pile driver that was just incredible.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Dustin about that Thursday. I'm saving my comments and questions for them because I got a question I think nobody's really talking about.
Oh, okay, all right. I like questions that no one has talked about by Anthony Sane.
It may be. It's not nothing major. It's just something I don't really think we're considering. Like as far as AEW, like we're
something we're not considering by Anthony Sane.
It's like we're crowning AEW. I'm crowning AEW, but hey, I got a real question to ask concerning AEW.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
I'm just.
We saving it for Thursday. Saving it for Thursday. Ain't no big deal. I don't want y'all to think there's nothing earth shattering.
Well, but listen, I just know it's. I know that the AEW is pretty hot right now. They got some good stuff, and then bringing Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, into the mix along with everybody. Oh, woo,
Mm-hmm.
getting tingly over
Adam Cole, baby,
exciting, baby.
I gotta send that video to Gabe too. Let him know that his boy switched sides.
Yeah, he's gonna be AEW pretty soon. All right, so over the weekend we alluded to some of these games. The rest of the SEC. How about Mississippi State? Boy, oh boy. Ooh, little dicey from the Bulldogs. But Mike Leach now owns the greatest comeback in all three schools that he has coached at. He now has the biggest comeback in each of them, and Mississippi State coming back from 3 touchdowns down to win. And I don't know, man. I mean, you got to be happy if you're them that you won. Certainly happy the way that it came across. The performance was very, very questionable throughout, but they were left for. I mean, I'd left them for dead at 34-14. I was done. I was done with it. And so for them to be able to come back, all right, okay, I give you some props there. But it was a bit ugly. Let's just. Let's put it that way. That thing was not pretty at all, but they were able to get it done and get a victory and move on. La Tech so close, and yet so far. Sorry, Skip Holtz. Skip Holtz 8th on the all-time on the active coaching wins list. By the way, I was shocked by that total. Mizzou made a heavy work of Central Michigan, but ultimately got by 34-24. That game was it looked a little ugly at times for Mizzou. That was not an overwhelming performance that you might have expected to see. Florida beats Florida Atlantic. Again, kind of a pedestrian performance from Florida as they have blooding some new talent on the offensive side of the ball. We mentioned LSU, UCLA, and UCLA very impressive. Zach Charbonnet, their tailback, looked awesome in this game, and Chip Kelly's offense finally looked like it was supposed to look. Really creative blocking, really creative run plays, some stuff that you don't normally see. Everyone talked about Chip Kelly being this big innovator and stuff, and we never really saw it at the pro level to any major degree. We're starting to see it now at UCLA. They look they beat Hawaii, no surprise there, but then beating LSU the way they did, and they dominated the game. They earned that victory. UCLA looks good, and I'd be a little concerned if I'm LSU.
What do you think about the games being on? Did we have games on Thursday? Yes.
Did we or do we?
Did we have games this last Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think about having games like all those days in a row? Games on Monday, all this stuff. Like what?
Well, that's the tradition. That's the college. This is the first weekend of college football.
Yeah, it's always like.
You always have Thursday games in college football anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But then you'll have on the first weekend on Labor Day weekend, you always have Thursday, Friday Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday because there's no NFL. This week,
Right.
now the NFL jumps into the mix.
Yeah, it's gonna be back to normal.
Thursday,
I think that's
Saturday.
been pretty dope though, man. Like games, and I know you wouldn't dare try to go. There's only so many TVs in the world. I mean, but it's been really dope, like having college football games on literally every day since Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
A Monday night college football game is that's good stuff.
That's why they do it.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
why they do it. That's why they do it. They want to lock you in. They want you to know what's
We're
going
here.
on.
Yep.
We mentioned Texas A&M beating Kent State. Again, no surprise there. Boy, oh boy, how about Vanderbilt? Listen, man. It's tough, man. It's tough for Clark Lee. Notre Dame's defensive coordinator leaves to go to Vanderbilt, his alma mater, and starts by losing to East Tennessee State 23-3.
Hard time
at home. Whoo, boy! Are they ever gonna just be just? Ugh. James Franklin did an incredible job there. That's all I can say. James Franklin deserves even more credit for what he was able to do because that is a brutal place to go. South Carolina did shut out Eastern Illinois with their graduate assistant at quarterback, 46-0. So there was that in Kentucky over Monroe, 45-10. Now Alabama, Miami. That's of course the biggest of the big in Alabama, 44-13. Dominant performance from Bama. I want to point out that looking at what happened with Clemson, looking at what happened with some of these other teams that are trying to get new personnel in. Georgia and Clemson both offensively with new quarterbacks, and LSU certainly, Florida. Alabama makes this stuff look really, really simple.
Too simple.
And it is not. And you can see some of these other teams and what they've done, and then they can tell you it is not simple at all. And Alabama makes it look deceptively easy. Like, all you got to do is just get another 5-star and throw them in there, and you're good to go. No, it doesn't work like that.
We talked about that earlier in the show. Like, it's easy to say, well, we just get some more 5s to replace that 5. But man, what Alabama's doing is incredible, bro. Like, they're not the only team in the country that reads up 5 and 4 stars every year. You know what I mean? So they definitely got the magic touch for sure because they just obliterated Miami. And I didn't see that coming. I mean, I thought it'd be a blowout, but not like that. Like, not that level blowout. But, wow.
Miami looked overmatched from the very beginning. De'Aaron King did not look real good at the quarterback position for them. But Miami's got there's plenty left. And if you look around the rest of the ACC, they're still in pretty good shape here. I think that there's still plenty of chance for them in that conference. Looking around, Georgia Clemson, that was another game that just a reminder of how hard it can be, because both these two teams, elite teams, national championship contending teams, all that stuff, and they could muster 2 field goals between them. The only touchdown was scored on a pick 6. So offensively, 2 field goals between these elite teams, chock full of 5 stars all over the place. And yeah, sure, there were some nice defensive plays, but it was also just a very conservatively – it was like watching Alabama back in 2011 play itself. And those are, the solid, really good defense and just kind of a middle-of-the-road pedestrian sort of offense and very conservative play calling. Didn't like it from either side. And it was – that was not a fun game to watch, considering the amount of talent that was out there.
Yeah, for sure. What do you there's something else about Memphis I meant to ask you. Oh, we had Frank Bonner on. We talked about the whole quarterback situation. How do you think that's going to play out? Like, as far as Gunnell and Hennigan?
Yeah, I think Gunnell's going to be out till.
Is it Gunnell or Gunnell? Tell me, which one are we
I think
going?
it's Gunnell. I think it's Gunnell.
It's Gunnell.
It's Gunnell. I was playing with Gunnell.
Okay.
Yeah. Gunnell is, to me, not going to. Hennigan looking that good? I mean, well, that's. I don't know. I think you by the time he comes back, if he's not going to be back until after the Mississippi State game, and then we watched Mississippi State play, and they certainly looked vulnerable. They didn't look spectacular at all. Very should have lost to Louisiana Tech in that game. Got pretty fortunate not to. To me, if he plays well against Arkansas State and plays well against Mississippi State, then you can forget about it. Why would you replace him at that point?
Right.
So as long I think he's firmly in control of the situation. As long as he keeps doing the things that he needs to be doing, I think he'll be the quarterback the rest of the way.
Yeah.
I don't know why he wouldn't.
I was impressed by him for sure. He definitely looked like he's looks like something you can work with. It wasn't a perfectly polished product, but it looks like he's got enough to work with. Tulane versus Oklahoma. We talked about that earlier. Do you think that's more Oklahoma underachieving or Tulane overachieving?
Yeah, I don't know. It's I think Tulane's definitely Tulane's a good team, and Willie Fritz has done a nice job with that group, and they've done really well. So I give them a lot of credit for that. But this was kind of a classic Oklahoma situation where you see a really good offensive team, and they were supposed to be better defensively. That was the thought going into this whole thing. It was they were going to be a much more improved, much tighter group, and all that stuff. Oklahoma was up 37-14 at the half, and then they just kind of didn't show up in the second half. They got outscored 21-3. Could have been 28-3, and so I don't know if they just completely took the foot off the gas or whatever. But it was not an impressive performance, and Tulane was inspired. This game was supposed to be in New Orleans, but because of Ida, it was moved to Norman. It was ugly. It was ugly as far as I'm concerned. I mean. And the thing is that Oklahoma's kicker, Burkich, made 3 50-plus yard field goals in this game, and if he misses, a couple of those, then all of a sudden the ball game's over. He made a 56-yarder, 55-yarder, 51-yarder. So very impressive from him, and Tulane looked good. I think Tulane's a good team, but they were physical. Spencer Rattler saying afterwards that was one of the most physical teams I've played. They wanted to win more than us. You could tell it. I mean, that's a little bit of an indictment on you there on your opening game there. Spencer Rattler, by the way, for a Heisman Trophy candidate, distinctly average. I mean, extremely average situation. Not good at all. So Oklahoma, I don't know, man. That was a very disappointing effort from Oklahoma, and I credit you got to credit Tulane for their performance, and they listen. Look around the rest of the AAC. They should be very confident about.
They got Morgan State next week. After their first real matchup is against Ole Miss.
Morgan and Morgan State.
Yeah,
for the people.
We'll kind of see who they are more so against Ole Miss on the 18th. They play the Tigers here at the end of November, so we'll see how they look as far as we're
gonna find out, man.
We might have to bust them folks up for real though. Bring them back down to earth out here.
It's gonna be fascinating. I look forward to seeing it because I think they could be pretty good. I think they can make a run of it.
Yeah.
We will see. Coming up here, we'll wrap things up here on this Labor Day edition when we return here. Real Sports Talk Sports 56.98.5.
You have opinions?
Well, you gotta have an opinion.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
The NFL is back, and FanDuel Sportsbook is celebrating with 40-1 odds on any Week 1 game. Who doesn't want to win $200 on a $5 bet? New customers get 40-1 odds when you place your first wager. FanDuel is sports betting made simple. Plus, when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 24 hours. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. Just sign up with promo code CASH, and you could win $200 on a $5 bet. Exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $200. Bonus for Tennessee users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours.
Tennessee site credit expires in 14 days after receipt. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage, factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
Thursday Night Football is only on NFL Network.
No time it is everything you got.
We're here for a storied rivalry with the game's brightest stars.
What an impressive run with a stiff arm.
Saquon is back, giving the Giants renewed hope.
What a game he's had.
But Chase Young has his squad ready to defend the division crown.
I'm not losing.
It's an NFC East showdown.
Woo, there, baby.
That's big time there.
Thursday Night Football, September 16th, only on NFL Network.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. Did you pay a big repair bill on your existing heating and air conditioning system this year? Is your energy-guzzling heating and air conditioning system on its last leg and you think it's worth nothing? Good news, it's buyback days at Conway Services. We'll buy back your repair this year up to $1,500 toward the purchase of select Carrier Infinity systems. That's right, we'll buy back your repair up to $1,500 even if we didn't do the repair. Just show us your repair receipt from any company and we'll buy back that repair. If you didn't have a repair bill this year, we'll give you up to $1,500 trade-in for that old energy-guzzling system toward the purchase of select Carrier Infinity systems. When air conditioning systems get older and inefficient, the cost of repairs and higher utility costs almost pay for a new system. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company today, and the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old heating and air conditioning system will come out and inspect it absolutely free.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Sick and hating on me, I ain't used to that. Know a couple people want to shoot for that. I say no, chill, it ain't no need for that. Them niggas try and blow and they need me for that. And if it worked for them, I'm cool with that.
Boy, Frank got
Plus how
that,
they feel, I ain't got
J.
shit
Quill
to do
going.
with that. I just
He had a
sit
couple
back
J.
on cool and
Cole
watch my
songs.
paper stack.
Yeah.
J. Quill from Dreamville got me sleepy.
Yeah, yeah, Power Trip.
Yeah, this is some Jake Will for sure.
Lullaby music.
Yeah, Frank is in that somnolescent.
He on that. Yeah, I see the vibe.
He's on that. He's in that. I'm gonna turn this on and go
go to sleep right fast.
Night.
I'm gonna put you in deep thought, then turn you
That's
into
right.
deep sleep. You know what I mean?
Wake up! Oh, what happened?
Must be listening to J. Cole again.
Oh man, I gotta stop that.
Jake Will, heavy. Forgetting where I was.
Now, is it true? I heard a rumor that they came out with the FCC came out and said that you cannot listen to J. Cole while you're driving. It was
at night.
Dangerous to your passengers and to everyone else. That's what I heard. So
I don't know.
If that's true or not.
But have you heard that when Billboard updates his top 10 next week, that all 10 songs in the top 10 will be Drake's? This historical moment. Just props to the GOAT. Y'all can say what you want. Check the scoreboard. But it's so ridiculous to wrap your mind around, bro.
Is that true?
Yes.
All 10?
They said that he's on pace for the top 10 will be all 10 Drake songs of this album. First time ever in history.
I mean, it's you got to give him props, man.
Donda was number 1 in the country. When it updates next week, it's gonna be Certified Lover Boy without a doubt. all 10 of the top 10 will be Drake. How?
Did you hear what somebody in his camp did over the weekend?
Oh yeah, about the Kanye song.
The Kanye Andre
that's the
song
level,
that wasn't on Donda.
That's the level of pettiness we playing with.
Like, I'm a little upset that he couldn't get it on Donda now.
Yeah, that jump was bumping him.
I'm a little upset.
Yeah, Kanye took a shot at LeBron and everything in that bad. Man, but see, everybody's trying to make Drake the victim. No, don't get Andre 3000 on a song. Not let him not know what your verse is going to be, and then you put this verse trying to attack Drake on there. No, man, you should have. Andre 3000 should have known what he was walking into.
And especially that verse, but that verse from Andre was incredible.
Fire, yeah.
Because he's the best. Like come on, man, forget about it. He's the best.
Bro, I don't know why Kanye think he wants them kind of Drake problems anyway, bro. Just go out there and and everything. Jesus. Just go ahead and do that.
Fire.
Huh?
Still fire.
I ain't gonna say it's good. I mean, it's a good album, but it's a little annoying. I ain't gonna lie to you. Donda's annoying. And Drake just kind of.
So this is how I knew this would happen as soon as the CLB comes out. Now it becomes, Donda's annoying. They're both annoying. They're both too long. God bless them. They're both too long, man. We had to release some double CDs.
I can listen to Drake's CD and not skip no songs on there.
Well, you can, of course. You could listen to he could put out 44 and you can listen to all of them.
Hey, bro, I already ain't got no friends in the industry, Peter. Let me go out, bro, for real. Let me go out.
I'd say so. I mean, I think he's probably like 14-8, maybe like 15-7, somewhere in there. That's solid. That's not bad.
15-7, man, you smoking? I mean, I got 7 skips on this.
Man, any 22 track album could be better as a 15 track like ultimate album. Like that's just I don't know what we're doing out here. And the Donda's what, like 27 or 28, something even. That's just crazy. It's too many.
And 2 of the same song, all that old weirdo stuff. I ain't got time for you, Kanye. Get out of here. Then you leave off the joint with 3000. But what in the world makes you cut a Andre 3000 song? Hard as it is to get that brother to come out.
Hey, shout out, by the way, just let's before we go, I got to give a shout out to Raul Gonzalez and Memphis 901 FC for what was an incredible. I don't know if you saw this or not. It was on. You talk about Memphis being on SportsCenter. This was on SportsCenter. This was all over. I think it was number 1 on SportsCenter. Memphis 901 FC was down 2-1 with in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. They scored not 1 but 2 goals to come back and win in the final 3 minutes of the game, including a bicycle kick. Well, kind of more of like a scissors kick, but an overhead kick, let's say, from Raul Gonzalez. Man flips his body all the way over and puts in the back of the net as time is expiring to win the game for 901 FC. It's incredible. Incredible. People freaking out. It was amazing.
That was one night? Saturday?
No, Saturday night.
Oh, okay. That's why I couldn't go down. Yeah, I was downtown. I couldn't go nowhere. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, it was an amazing finish. Electric. It was awesome. It was awesome. So it's been a year of a lot of bad luck for 901 FC, but that was some remarkably good luck with a great effort from the former University of Memphis player Raul Gonzalez. Shout out to him. That was awesome.
Did you cover that game?
No, I was. It was the one I didn't. I took that one off. I couldn't do it, and I was like, oh. I used to, the one I went to was like 0-0 games. I'm getting a bunch of 0-0s and all that stuff. And this was first time that they'd scored 3 goals in a match, and what a match it was. Also, shout out, and this is not good, not a good shout out. U.S. men's national team in U.S. in World Cup qualifying, they were up in Nashville playing Canada and drew 1-1. We can't beat Canada
because he was in Nashville. That's why. Man.
It's one thing to go. It's one thing to go to El Salvador and draw. Okay, that's fine, but you're in Nashville. And you can't beat Canada? That's
you're in Nashville, man. Like that's why, man.
I mean, that's just
you're in Nashville. You playing a qualifier in Nashville.
That's brutal, man. Fans booing in Nashville. I mean, it's bad. It's bad, man. Come on.
And come to Memphis, man. We'll pack the Liberty
together,
Bowl.
Yeah, I would
come to Memphis. They don't appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on. Now.
We ain't trying to be in your videos. We ain't trying to come over to Death Row.
That'd be fantastic. A reminder also tonight, you've got Ole Miss on right here on Sports 56 98.5. Ole Miss against Louisville. Lane Kiffin will miss the game because of COVID. Doing well. He was fully vaccinated, but nonetheless, he will not be on the sidelines. But Ole Miss will be playing
You'll hear it right here. David Kellum, Stats Norsworthy, Harry Harrison, the whole crew. Looking forward to bringing you all of that this afternoon and this evening right here on Sports 56 in 98.5. Midday's coming up next. Our thanks to Frank Bonner for jumping in. Thanks to all you guys for being a part of the show. Have a good Labor Day out there, everybody. Enjoy yourself, right? Come on now. We'll talk to you tomorrow.